Hello, hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Aeon Luna Rocks. I am your story guide, Scott, and I will bring on my players right now. Here they are. We are missing our friend Murphy, who plays Hannah tonight, but we could go around the room and have people introduce themselves. Who wants to go first?
I'll go, sure. I'm Diane. I play Frankie. I guess the best way to put her is our gangster princess rock star, who is going to continue to make things awkward for everyone involved.
Oh boy.
I'm Mario. I'm playing Narwhal. He's kind of the shady little thief guy who goes around and kind of knows everybody around town.
Cool. All right. And lastly, you're muted. Uh-oh. Still can't hear you. Nope. Eventually, we'll hear his voice. Hear their voice. Try it now. Oh man, this is gonna be a problem. It's all right. Well, that's Puka. They play Mycelium. We'll get to them eventually. But for right now, let's swift rewind time from the last time we saw together each other, back to the crowded car of the Luna massive transit system, where you've just gotten separated from Mycelium. Um, Frankie, you, Hannah, and Narwhal are all in one car. And these things happen. You guys have sort of resolved yourself. You're able to ping them for a little bit to stay in touch for just a bit, um, and eventually, Narwhal, you get a message on your mini comp from a friend of yours in the less than legal scene. It basically asks you what you're up to.
I just got back from my first bang event, man. It was awesome.
Sweet, that sounds cool. Hey man, you remember that favor you owe me?
Yeah.
Gonna have to call. Gonna have to call it in. He basically says, "We need you to be lookout for a couple hours, and it's got to be right now. The guy we had doing this, skipped out, and so yeah, I'm gonna need." He like pings you some coordinates. He's like, "You need to get to this docking area where we're gonna meet you."
I'm already on the train. I'll go ahead and make my way over there.
Cool. So you basically informed the train that you're going to a different place. And the way these trains kind of works is, there are these chains of cars and they're all sort of connected to all sorts of different rails and systems. And the train, when you tell the train where you want to go, it keeps track of that and it will inform you when you need to move to another car so that a car will split off and go to another lane. So it's not like one chain of cars is dedicated to one route the whole time. It splits it up and moves it around so that it's operating at max efficiency. So you basically have to move on to another car pretty quickly. You'd say bye bye to Frankie and Hannah, and it moves you on to the other part of the transit system, where you meet up with some friends of yours, and they are being very anxious and it takes you a little bit longer than they expected you to get there. So they're a little bit jumpy. You can tell that they're obviously in the midst of a score. But it goes pretty well. It's not something that we're going to have to roll any dice about because there's no real complications. They just needed someone on lookout. But it does take a good long while. There's a lot of hurry up and wait. Like all things, crime is a matter of timing. But by the end of it, it is getting to be the next morning as they recognize time on the moon. So you're getting very tired. But they slide you some lunar yawn, about a wealth one purchase worth of money that slides into your account for your services.
Right on.
But it is very, very late in the night, early in the morning, and you are beginning to feel, the come down of adrenaline and substances and the night of partying. It's all really starting to crash on you. So, where would you be heading back to once your night's business is done?
After this is done, I'm probably going back over to my place, which is going to be a small studio underground.
Okay, so you've got like an underground apartment in downside probably. Um, cool. So is what does your apartment look like?
Uh, it's pretty plain. There's not really too many things over on the walls. There's like totes and boxes of things everywhere, but nothing's really put out and like put on display. Honestly, I don't even know what's in half of the stuff. It's just kind of things that I picked up here and there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can use this later. But oh yeah, I forgot I even had that.
A bit of a pack rat situation. Got it. Yeah,
Mm.
you.
Clearly, Frankie needs to come over and decorate your place. I think that's going to be a ritual for everybody. Frankie just comes and puts shit up in your room.
I'm really never there anyways. It's more of a storage unit, just the hammock hanging out in the corner.
Yeah, so you make your way over to that hammock, and then just the hours of work and adrenaline and fun times all sort of crash down on you, and you take the train to Sleepy Time Junction. So you're gonna crash hard for the next half a day or so. Um, but we'll move over to Mycelium. Mycelium, can we hear you? Wait.
One more time.
Hello?
There we
Hello?
go. All right.
Yes?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you now.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
success.
Successful. All right. So you have just gotten onto that car. You're leaving your friends behind. There's a press of people that are coming in behind you. And the car quickly starts to move. The last you saw, the ghostly image was sort of reflected in one of the plastic reflective surfaces on the train car. You lose sight of it once you get in with the hustle and the bustle, but you are alone in this car packed full of, partiers and dock workers. How are you comporting yourself? How are you handling this kind of tense situation?
I mean, I'm still kind of in my Bang Show jellyfish outfit, right? So I'm
Yeah.
probably, not going to be very good at being inconspicuous. So I'll just own it.
Okay.
Just,
All right. Yeah.
yes, everyone, I'm a jellyfish tonight. Deal with it.
There are people who look about as weird to weirder in this car at the moment, so it's not too much of an issue. There's like once the press of people have moved in, the segregation of the car of people moving to the people who are dock workers, the people who are just come from a Bang Show, a natural splitting of the oil and water starts to happen. And the car starts moving along its destination. You get a ping from the transit system asking for your destination.
So the ghostly image has just entirely disappeared.
Yeah, you've lost track
which
of it.
means-
If you want to try and find it, that would be a thing.
I do. I mean, if I don't give a destination to the train, what'll happen? Will I just ride the train to wherever it goes?
I mean, yeah, you'll basically be in this car until something happens. It'll regularly ping you, but
Okay.
that you think that maybe like you, give me a culture roll.
Culture and
Intellect or
yeah. I'll do culture and intellect. Yeah. 2 10s and a 1.
oh boy, that's
So-
more than enough. Yeah, you think through like the sort of the protocol. You think that eventually law enforcement will be alerted that you've got a person just sort of hanging out in a train car, but it'll take a while for that to happen.
I'll ride like 10 stops and just keep my eyes peeled for any
Cool.
ghostly figures.
So yeah, you basically take your time. You see people start to move out of the car when they hit their spots. People move from car to car as it's reshuffling them to their destination. So when the car gets a little bit more empty, uh, you scan through and you see uh, kind of superimposed in one of the windows. You see a clearer image of that girl. It looks like she's sitting in one of the seats that's empty, but she's not sitting. She's not sitting in the seat, but it looks like she's sitting in the seat in the window.
I'm gonna try to maneuver like a seat or two away from where she would be sitting and try to like make eye contact with the reflection. That'll be my.
Yeah. Give me an empathy roll, an empathy presence roll.
I am so good at that.
All I'm getting is flashbacks to like Bram Stoker's Dracula, like the movie where he's like, "Notice me."
See me.
Basically. 4 successes.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely get yourself in the right position. You catch her eye, and she kind of like flickers a little bit, and then like you see her in the reflection hold up kind of a tablet screen, and she like holds it up, and it gets bigger in the window, and it's like a QR. It's a futuristic QR code.
Is it something that I can
Yeah,
scan with
yeah,
my
yeah. You can direct
Perfect.
your device to capture it. When
I
you
will do so.
it scans. It processes for a moment. There's another little small glitch on your screen, and then you can see that you have a destination now in the mass transit system. So the pings from the mass transit system stop coming.
Okay. Interesting.
So a couple more stops go by. The car gets thinner and thinner, and actually it hits one stop, and then you notice a good 3/4 of the people either get out or are directed to move out of the car, which is it's weird. Like that's noticeably weird that amount of people are moved out from the car. So it's now you, a couple people from the show, and about a half dozen dock workers in this car now.
Interesting.
She is like when you look for her in the window, she isn't always there. She looks like she kind of like pops in and out, but she does look a lot clearer now. You can start making out her face and like what she's wearing. She looks about your age. Looks kind of maybe a little bit African, maybe a little bit Asian in descent. She's not wearing like club clothes or anything like that. Looks like she's wearing very sort of utilitarian kind of work clothes.
Okay.
But you start getting notifications that that the car is reaching the end of its service line. Another stop goes by. Half of the people leave the car there, and now it's just you and a couple of dock workers in the car.
And it's still heading to my presumed destination.
It has a destination, but you don't know what that destination is.
Yeah.
Are you staying on the car?
I mean, you know what? This is only like the third weirdest thing that's probably happened to me tonight. So yeah, I'll stick with this.
Okay. The car makes one more stop, and everyone except you gets out or moves to another car, and then that car detaches itself from the rest of the cars and starts moving on its own with you in it. Destination unknown.
Choices.
And when that happens, when it's just you alone in the car, um, she becomes entirely clear and is, she's a pure projection on the screen. When you look at it, it looks like she's sitting right next to you.
He's, you know,
She says, "Hello." You hear a voice coming over the speaker system of the car.
hey, so this is unusual for morning
Oh,
rush hour. I mean,
oh yes, it's very unusual. I've had to do quite a lot to isolate this car system. Thank you for helping. I'm assuming you're going to help. I mean, you seem committed to this, whatever it is, even though you don't know what it is, and I do appreciate that.
I mean, I it maybe sounds weird, but I heard a voice tell me to help you, so I'm just kind of going with it, you know? Just
Interesting.
tell me what's up.
I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I'm taking you somewhere. I need a little help. I need some hands.
I mean, I got at least two, so
Those will be sufficient.
mm, all right.
Right.
Um,
So, yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Maybe, the ride's going to be longer than what I need you for. We've got to go pretty low.
how low?
Oh, pretty deep. Kind of down in the first real big areas that they excavated. Kind of the machine places. The places where a lot of the old bases were built, and just down there.
Kind
It's
of a
okay. It's purely safe. There's no one
all right,
around. No
yeah.
one knows about it. There won't be any aberrants or anything like that. I promise.
Okay, well that's good to know.
I'm Juji, by the
Yeah,
way.
Mycelion, a pleasure.
Ooh, like fungus, right?
Yes, you're like 10% of people ever understand that, so awesome.
Oh, I know all about fungus.
Me too.
It's very useful. Good source of protein if you get the right strains.
Well, that's not usually what I use it for, but yeah, sure.
All right. Well, we're gonna start descending now. And when she says now, literally, like the car switches to another track, and you can like feel the acceleration as it starts going down.
Far out.
So we'll switch back to Hannah's room, where Frankie is. Uh, Hannah, when you wake up, Hannah is. Oh, wait, no, you guys are basically no. Reverse that a little bit. I remember where you were last. You guys get back from the ISRA chapter house, and Hannah is. You can just tell that they're going into themselves a little. Like they're processing a lot of what they've been dealing with, and they just sort of tell you that they'd appreciate a little bit of time alone, just to try and think through a lot of the stuff that's happened. Um,
What are you saying? I'm distracting? Of course I am.
they kind of just like they accept like what they hope is a joke and just kind of go into their room and
Yep. Well, love you too. Bye. Shit. I go and
yeah,
get tested for you, and this is what I get.
they are
That's
they
fine.
seem
I'll go find mischief.
yeah, they seem to be very much out of it. And as I mentioned before, this is when you notice that you haven't gotten any messages from mice or anything like that um,
So
in a long
she'd
time.
probably send like a face text.
Hmm.
I assume they have those,
Hmm.
which is her going, "Yo, bitches, you dead?"
Yeah. We'll see if how my if mice gets that. However, Narwhal, you're still pretty in the first couple hours of your crash when you get a message pings up from your mini comp from Frankie. You're
You're
muted.
muted.
I'm like, I might as well be dead. I'm fucking exhausted right now.
So
Still
yeah,
haven't
they are
slept since before the show.
awesome. So do you pick up at all? I mean, it's cool if you don't. I just need to know.
No, I think I literally responds with, "I may as well be. I'm still I'm still sleeping." And takes that mini comp and just kind of puts it away. And it's like, okay, time to lay back down.
Frankie just kind of looks at it and she's like, "What the fuck? Y'all are boring." And she's like, "All right, okay, yo, mice, you found a cat or something? What's up?"
You don't get
Does
any.
does the message reach me at
It
all?
does
or-
not reach you at this time.
Okay.
We're still slightly
Yeah.
unsynced in time for the time being. But no, that particular message doesn't reach you at this time.
Well, Frankie doesn't know what to do with herself now. Why are we gonna go over to some place? Shit, Frankie's not the thinker.
Yeah, I think the plan was you were going to check out the Silver Nugget at some point.
That's what it
the,
is.
the Patriotic Bang Club.
Yeah. Well, I guess Frankie would be like, "Fine then, sleep if you want. I hope you're not dead, mice. I don't know where you're at, but I'm gonna go check out this golden nugget. So I'm probably gonna be in trouble by the time you get this message. So she should probably come bail my ass out because I'm probably running my mouth. And yeah, patriotic's like what? Red, white, and blue? Is that what I'm supposed to be wearing? I like black. Do you think that's gonna? You're not even on this call. I don't know why I'm talking to myself about this. Fine, whatever. Come save my ass. And she just hangs on the phone.
Did you send that to Narwhal too, or just Mike?
Oh, yeah, no, it goes to both of you. It's
Group?
like a
Okay.
rambling like face text.
I'm like sitting there exhausted, laying down. Finally, almost passed back out. And I look at that and I'm like, oh shit. Well, if you're going, I'm going. Like, give me a half hour. I'll meet you at your place, and I'll be and we'll head out from there.
You get a response of, already left. Meet me at the Nugget. Is red a
Fine.
patriotic color? What? I don't know. Frankie
Or-
just like decides to wear black and pink because that's her color. She's like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, I will say also, Narwhal, you notice that you like you haven't gotten any pings, any responses from mice since the previous night. Like they seem to have just dropped off the opnet.
Not many places where that can happen.
But anyway, y'all are getting ready to go to the Silver Nugget. We'll go back in time and down into the depths. Yeah, this car just seems to be following its own track. It occasionally levels out for a few minutes and then like maneuvers over to a different line, and then drops down even further. Luckily, there's no like shifts in gravity or anything. The grav crystal system seems to be functioning pretty okay, so you're not like experiencing any gravity sickness or anything like that. But it is kind of disconcerting.
Just a tad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How are you handling it?
I mean, probably getting a little more unsettled as it goes further on, and eventually would probably ask the what was her name again?
Juji.
Juji. Probably say, so where exactly? I mean, like in the grand scheme of the moon, like where exactly are we going?
Well, we're going down into. It's kind of like the best I can put it is an infrastructure level. It's not really on any maps anymore. It got decommissioned a long time ago.
Okay. All right. But it's, I mean, structurally stable.
Yes, no, it's very stable.
All right. Cool. And what exactly do you need hands for down there? I mean, like lifting things?
No. fixing some stuff.
I mean, that's what I do. I fix things.
Oh, then I guess your friend knew what they were talking about then.
I wouldn't say friend so much as ethereal presence.
I don't know anything about
Kinda,
that.
yeah, it was kind of hard to describe, but I mean, it felt right, you know? Just like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you listened to them because I very much need help of the technical variety. Well, not the technical variety, more the logistical variety. You'll see when we get down there.
All right, this is all very mysterious, but I'm really tired and had kind of a wild night, so
Oh, should I prepare
just
a
rolling with it.
should I prepare a nutrient stimulant cocktail?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Observing the scenery as it passes,
Yeah,
or lack thereof.
there's not a lot of scenery. Like
Yeah.
it's like combination of like industrial paneling, like sometimes just pure moon rock. It is not scenery in the classic sense of the word. But eventually it levels out and hits a level area and then starts to just maneuver down some tunnels. And eventually it comes to a stop. And you say, "Wait here while I pressurize the area."
That would be fab.
Yeah, no, your human life is very important to me. And you hear kind of like there's a pressure differential against the screen of the doors. You're kind of a hissing, a little rattling on it, and then ding, and the doors slide open.
Tentatively take a breath and make sure there is actually oxygen in there.
It smells very stale, but it is breathable air.
All right. I will step out and follow my new ghost friend.
So it is a very bare corridor. Not a lot in the way of like signs or directions or anything like that. But then you see kind of a strip of lights start to illuminate, one after the other, and then it loops back around one after the other, kind of pointing in a direction.
Has she become corporeal
No,
ish or
no,
visible?
you don't see her
Okay.
anymore.
Oh, okay. Just hear her.
If you try and talk to her,
Okay.
she
Joji?
you hear kind of like a tinny voice coming out of what you must imagine like a display screen, like halfway down the corridor. It's like, yes, please follow the light.
All right. Following the light.
So you follow the light. You make your way down there, and like it leads you down a couple of corridors until eventually you reach a. It looks like kind of like a maintenance area combined with an office zone. That's kind of like the corridor that you have is it's mostly like blank walls with industrial paneling. Occasionally there's a room that sort of juts off of it. Occasionally there's a junction that leads to other hallways. But the room that you lead you to it looks kind of like I said, like a maintenance area, kind of like office area. That looks like it has been stripped pretty bare. There doesn't seem to be any sort of identifying, like where you would have like a nameplate or a sign. It looks like that has been ripped down. It just looks like a place that has been scavenged to hell and back. But the lights lead on, and when you get into the room, the light, like a couple of light fixtures that haven't been like ripped out, flicker on. And you hear like from like the intercom system, you hear her voice. Okay, we're here. I'm gonna seal the door again. So just wait here for a second. Okay. And so like the door slides behind you. And it's just like I don't like maintaining the pressure because there's not like, enough air for everything for all
I
the
get it.
time. But
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah. So
Just don't let me run out, okay?
Oh, no,
Just,
no,
you
no,
know,
no, no, no. It's
that's
it's fine. We won't
all
run
right.
out. I'm doing this so that we don't run out.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So you hear like the hissing and like the rattling of the door as obviously pressure is leaving the outside. And she says, "Okay, great. Now that that's good, because it's also a safety concern. I don't think we've been followed, but just in case, don't want to have anybody find this place that doesn't need to find it. Okay. I'm going to disengage some security protocols so that we can get into the creche.
The creche,
Yes.
like a baby place.
Oh no, they're not babies.
All
Hold
right.
on
Well,
one
this is
moment.
getting more fascinating by the minute.
So eventually you hear kind of like some electronic beeping noises, some whirring, and eventually a pretty big clunk. And then one of the walls just sort of like pushes back and slides gently over, revealing a secret passageway.
Is this the way that I should
Yes,
go?
please go into the passage. The crush is through there.
All right. Just gonna start walking down the passage.
Okay.
If she's still like present, I'm just gonna be like, if you don't mind me asking, what are you exactly?
Oh, I'm a satisfactory intelligence.
Oh, okay. That all right. Cool. Just curious.
Yeah, you follow the again. There's like a beep trail of lights that leads you down, and eventually you find a chamber that has kind of a big sort of metal and glass door, and it looks like time or whatever has worn away a lot of the signs, but you see the word Artemis is like one of the more only legible words on there. And it slides open, and you go into a room that has not been stripped. It has not been scavenged. It looks very functional, very full of equipment, and there are 6 chairs sort of arranged in a circle, in which there are 6 people that seem to be strapped in, and to the best of your knowledge, asleep. None
Somewhat
of them,
unsettled again.
none of them are moving. They're all just kind of laying very still. There's a definite smell in this place. It's not like the smell of death, but there's a very human smell in this room.
Can I do any kind of like? I mean, I don't have medicine or anything, but is there any kind of basic check to see if they're alive that I could like? I just want to check for breathing.
That would be a medicine roll.
All right.
But you can just make like an cunning roll, just to kind of check them out.
Just basic signs of life check. Nope, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like, you can tell, like you can, like if you like touch them, you can tell that they're not like ice cold or anything. You're pretty sure they're alive, but you don't really know what their condition is. They're not responsive in any way.
Creepy.
Go ahead and make a technology roll too.
Intellect?
Yeah.
That's better. 4 successes.
Yeah, you look around like you're checking them out. And as you're checking them out, you see that they all, as part of their sort of being strapped into these chairs, you can see that there is a wire going into the base of their skull. And it is going, and it's leading to a part of the chair, and it says direct glass input. And we'll move back to Frankie and Narwhal. You guys eventually meet up once again through the mass transit system. You guys hook up, get to the same place. You haven't gotten to the Silver Nugget yet, but the transit system has brought the two of you together on the way to the Nugget. What are the both of you wearing for this adventure?
I'm definitely wearing my Narwhal onesie.
Okay.
Narwhal onesie, Galaxy print on it, and ready to go there and party.
So, do you remember for showing my age here, do you remember the yellow outfit that Claire wore in Clueless?
Yes.
That,
Um,
All right.
but in pink.
Aha. Gotcha. All right. So you guys are looking very Club Kid. I like it.
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
I also sent out a messenger to my followers, the build crew, for our thing to come meet us there if any of them happen to be free.
Okay, yeah, a couple of them say that they're able to manage it. It'll take them a little bit. They gotta disengage from whatever stuff they're doing right now. But yeah, they say they'll be on their way. So yeah, you got two of you meet up on the train, and it's probably another 10 or so minutes before you get to the location of the Silver Nugget, which is in the upper layers of Downside. So it's like kind of right on the edge between downside and upside. In kind of a it's in an FSA arcology, where a lot of people from the FSA live, and it seems to be like kind of in a central sort of community space for that arcology is what you've been able to tell where this place is. But yeah, you guys hook up on the train.
Frankie, who when she sees you starts mid conversation, like you all have been talking for the last few hours, and she's like, "Do you remember why we're going to this place? Like, I remember, like, is it because they tried to fuck up the bang? Is that why we're here?
Yeah,
Because they were like all organized and shit."
they're trying to ruin our scene. I want to try to figure out why they're trying to do it and what their goal is,
They're
and
just assholes.
what we should be worried about for next time, and
That's fair.
how we could fuck them up trying to fuck us up next time.
I could see that. That's okay. So I'm assuming that so you know how to talk to these people? Like, I don't really deal with the feds. I mean, I don't know if that's obvious or something. I mean, right? Like,
I don't think either of us know how to talk to these people, but both of us know how to talk.
I mean, sure. That's what I do.
Somehow we both always get away with it, so let's go and see what's up.
Okay. I just wanted to see if we had a plan, and currently the plan is no plan. I mean, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to fuck up a plan if you had one.
Planning is not really my strong suit, you know that.
Yeah, it's usually Hannah's thing. I don't really plan either. I just kind of walk places and do things. So cool. All right, but it's a bar, right? So I guess I'm gonna drink. That's a good plan. Cause trouble.
All right, so it is getting pretty late in the day. You guys had kind of that big meal over at the chapter house, and you trashed for a little bit. So it's getting around sort of evening time, at the way the moon reckons it. So when you get there, there is a lot of people kind of just in this kind of big communal open area. And you see one of the sides of this area is dedicated. You see a big sort of gaudy neon sign that says the Silver Nugget, and it says beer, dancing, music, and it looks to be just kind of it looks like a community hangout or like a bar, but just like a little bit bigger than you might expect a place like this to be, because it like takes up one whole side of this community space.
Interesting.
And there are a bunch of people here. There's a green space in this area. There's some sports facilities here, like a basketball court and kind of a other other kind of set up areas for sports and recreation. And there's maybe about 200-ish people altogether here. While most of them seem to be kind of like coming in and out of the Silver Nugget.
Now,
Are we
am I able to tell if most of them look like they're like, more FSA, stick up their butt type of folks, or is it kind of a mixed crowd going in there?
Give me a culture roll.
Culture and what, cunning or int or
Yeah,
something with that one?
cunning or int would work.
I got 2 successes.
It doesn't seem like. Yeah, you think these are mostly FSA people. It's kind of hard to pin down because there's been a lot of the FSA is an ethnically and culturally diverse place in and of itself, but if you could peg the type of just like FSA citizens, this seems to be kind of a watering hole for probably second class citizen FSA people.
Okay.
So we just go ahead in. Unless you want to talk out here first. We can get. Look. I'm just wanting to make sure we don't have a plan. Like we really have no plan.
I just spoke up. I just got here.
Okay, cool. So Frankie just kind of shrugs and just literally just walks into the bar. Like,
Okay.
all right, cool. I'm just gonna go in then.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like bouncer or anything. It seems to be just kind of like a community watering hole. You guys definitely do get looks. People are definitely kind of giving you the side eye. But you're able to get a table pretty easily. It's a pretty wide open area even inside. It looks like there's a stage near the back. It looks like the chairs are chairs and tables are all the type that can like be easily folded up and moved around to make a bigger space inside. But it just seems to be people are drinking, people are getting food. There's kind of shitty FSA music playing over the sound system. It just seems to be there doesn't seem to be anything like happening here right now. It just seems to be a night at the watering hole.
So do I see anyone that I saw at the Bang concert last night? Any of the ones we marked as jerks?
You spend a little bit of time looking around, and yeah, you see one of them working as a busboy.
Oh, that's adorable. Like Frankie will like nudge you. Like,
Hey, what do you see over there?
oh my God! Look, would you?
Yeah,
Take a peek over there.
she's like peeking over. Like you see, like a busboy going into the kitchen, but you don't recognize them because they've turned their face from you.
Like one of the dudes from the concert last night.
Working
didn't
over
see him?
here? Nope.
Yeah, he's a busboy.
I was looking at these people trying to dance and trying to figure out what they're actually doing over there.
Yeah,
Goodness.
there is some dancing to the shitty FSA music. It doesn't look good.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna wait for him to come back out.
Okay.
Then we can kind of like chat at him. Basically, Frankie's gonna get up and move around. Basically chatting with random people as she's wont to do. Has her drink in hand and just kind of chilling, and she's kind of waiting for the kid to come back out. And to approach him then.
Okay. Are you just sort of shooting the shit with these people? Or are you trying to get any information out of them?
Currently she's trying to make friends.
Okay. Give me a persuasion roll.
Sure. Boop boop boop. With my me. Right.
There's going to be a 2-point complication on this.
Okay.
Of the wrong type of attention.
I mean, can I like lean into that?
You can not buy off the complication if you so desire.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use my presence. Does my striking looks apply?
Yeah, it'll apply.
Cool. Do. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else where. Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that. All right, cool. So I guess I'm going to use my presence and persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, persuasion. I knew I should have taken persuasion over command. Damn it. That's okay. So let's see here. It's 5, 6. 6. Submit. D10ers. D10. Roll. Tell me things. Okay. 8, 10, 6, 7, 2. Okay. So I have a 10. I have 1 success so far. 10. 2 successes so far.
All right.
Nice.
No.
No.
2.
Okay. So at this point, you can either succeed in what you want to do, and just sort of make friends, and not buy off the complication, or buy off the complication and just go completely under the radar, and just
Oh,
sort
fuck no. I want to be noticed. Fuck
Okay.
that. I ain't buying that shit off. No, I'm going to make friends and they're going to know who the fuck I am.
All right. Yeah. So you start talking to a couple of people, keeping your eye out on the kitchen for the busboy to come out, you're talking up with some people, making some friends, and then one of the waitresses comes over to you, and just sort of like gives you the stank eye and says, "You're not from the FSA, are you? What district are you from?"
What district is she from?
I mean, district is a term for like somewhere on the FSA, like back down on Earth. You know that
She's
like
kind of like squints at her. She's like, district?
oh, you're not from the FSA. You're a moon rat, right? This is an FSA bar. You don't belong here.
She just kind of looks at the people she's chatting with and she's like, I'm sorry. I'm spending money and meeting new friends.
She's just kind of like, we don't like your kind around here.
Well, I'm sure you don't, but my friends here seem to think it's just fine.
They have like gone back to their drinks. They don't want any of this. Narwhal, you are seeing this happening. What's your reaction?
I go over there and I'm like, we were invited here by some people over at the show last night. They said to come over and check this place out for some good music and good tunes, and we were here to
Very
check it out.
good. Handed out flyers and everything.
Like, she gets a little flustered at that. She's like, that show's not tonight.
Well, what show's tonight then? What's going on over
There's
here?
no show tonight. There's no show tonight. It's just a community night, and if you're not part of the community, then you're not welcome here. Yeah, she's like, there's kind of a mixed reaction to this little drama. Most people are just like going back to their beers. Some people are kind of like giving the side eye. Other people are. There's a strange reaction to this going. Most people are like very forcefully staying out of it.
So you're telling me that there's no meeting tonight, even though we got invited here, we're no longer welcome. Do you understand how weird that sounds? Like, do you hear yourself talk?
I don't care how weird it sounds. I just know that if you're not part of this community, then you shouldn't be here tonight.
Then why are you passing out pamphlets?
That's for the show. That's for tomorrow night. That's for the show for the new group. And that's not what this is about. This is just a nice community night.
I just
And
stare her straight in the
and
eyes.
you two are clearly weirdos.
Rude. I like to think I'm perfectly normal, thank you.
We will cut back down to the depths of the moon, where Massilian, yeah, you have just found this like weird wire coming out of these people's heads, and you are kind of startled a little bit when a holographic projection of Juji kind of pops up in the middle of the room. She says,
Yeah.
Please don't disturb them. They're fine.
Oh, okay.
Can you come over this way?" And she sort of points over to an area.
What are they doing though? Like what's going on here?
Um, it's kind of complicated. Uh, can we resolve this before we get into more questions? The problem is that there's an issue with their food system, and I can't resolve it using what I have here. So I really need you to take a look at it and maybe clear out. There might be a blockage or something, but I'm not able to get like a good mix of nutrients, and their water is spotty, and I really have to maintain their physical bodies.
Well,
So,
all right. It sounds gross, but okay. Um,
so
yeah,
she kind of
I'll
like
go over to wherever
she
she's
points you
indicating.
over to this kind of like stack of like organic systems that has like there's a feed system that's coming in from the wall that has like water, and it obviously is drawing from like some municipal feed of like biomass, and there's like a 3D maker that like turns things in, like takes in biomass, churns out basic nutrients, and purifies water. And it's just like, please take a look at that. It's not functioning, and if it's not fixed in soon, then I won't be able to maintain their well being.
Well, it's disgusting but efficient. I'll give you that. I'll take a look.
All
I
right.
will.
Okay. Give me a
Yeah.
technology roll, please.
Would my jury rigging specialty come into
It
play here?
absolutely would.
Awesome. Intellect, cunning.
Intellect would probably be the best.
Oh wow. That is 4 successes.
So yeah, it takes you a little bit. You basically start taking parts out, cleaning stuff. Like there's a small little fleet of little automated drones that kind of come out. And like once you are able to like remove some parts, you can hand them off to some of them, and they'll start doing their little job. But yeah, you eventually like take apart a couple of systems, and like find blockages, find a place where like a thread has gone bare. So there's like kind of a leakage in one of the systems. A little drone brings you replacement parts. But yeah, you are eventually able to kind of like strip this machine, clear what needs to be cleared, and it's a lot of work actually. It takes you about an hour to really clean it out and get it back up to functioning. But when you do, there's no more leaking. You see like the material starts moving clearly through it, and like what was kind of like a sludge becomes more like a clean flowing from the
A
feed
clean
into
slurry.
clean slurry starts moving through the system.
Mice is desperately looking around for a place to wash their hands.
Yeah, there's a water feed where you can get washed up.
Excellent.
And like when you're done, like Juji kind of pops back up again. Hooray! Thank you. Oh, this is so good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'd like you to know that's been bumped up to the second weirdest thing that's happened in the last day or so. So
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
no, it's great. It's just unexpected.
It's weird.
He's like, well, now that that's taken care of, if you'd like, I can. Are you hungry? Do you need anything to eat or drink? Their needs are taken care of, but this can produce like more what you would call like food if you want to.
I think I'm good, but thanks.
Okay, so
I think probably Mice is probably actually getting hungry, but after essentially digging around in a mechanical bile duct for an hour, doesn't really want to eat anything.
Okay, well, just know that your physical well-being is very important to me, and anything I can do to help that would be great.
What I'd really like is just some more information about these people in the chairs here. I mean, they're taken care of. Cool. So
Yeah.
what
Oh.
gives? What's going on?
Well, these are well, it's kind of difficult to explain their situation because there's security parameters and permissions. I can't really tell you everything about what's happening, but I can give you a basic summary. These are volunteers. They are maintaining a system that requires interaction to maintain its stability, and they were the last people who were available to volunteer for the long-term project, and so they entered the system, and I am tending to their bodies while they are doing the great work.
And the great work is
Maintaining the stability of the system.
Which does what?
I'm sorry. We've reached the limit of my security permissions. Just know that it is.
Yeah.
I'm hold on. Give me a moment. Let me try and internally recontextualize. Multiple entities' well-beings multiple entities' well-beings are integral to the stability of the system.
Gotcha.
And maintaining the stability of the system keeps up the well-being of all entities involved.
Which is more than those 6?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So
one thing I will let you know, like to let you know, these people are pretty old. They like just a rough estimate, like they're in their 60s and 70s.
So they've been here a while. All right.
I really thank you for your help here. I think that I can. I think me and the automated systems can handle things from here. So I think if you like, I can get you back up to the surface, back up to the colonized and inhabited areas, and we'll just be happy as a clam down here.
Cool. I mean, if you need help in the future, you just give me a face chat or whatever.
My connection up there isn't great, but I will get in contact with you. I have registered all of your devices, and I think I can get in contact with you easier.
Awesome. So I just follow the.
Yeah. I'll lead you back out.
Cool.
She's like, I've pressurized the way out now. So yeah, just head back, and we can get you back onto the train, and it'll take you back up.
Splendid. Before actually leaving the chamber, if it's at all possible, I don't know if there's like a moment when she, blips out or whatever.
Mhm.
If there's any kind of small item that I can surreptitiously grab and take with me, just as like a follow up on this later kind of.
Sure. Yeah, you can take like a data pad.
Yeah. All of this, something is amiss, it feels.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You definitely, you pick up that data pad. Actually, give me a larceny roll.
Oh, that's not going to go well.
Hey, we have momentum. Use
you
some.
guys do have 3 points of
momentum is good because I do not have any dots in larceny. Therefore.
Yeah, the rogues are over here.
Yeah. So how shall I do this if I have no larceny?
I would say either like dex or cunning.
Ooh,
Just
do you have
basically.
a gift for this? Like, can you use one of your inspiration to help?
I might. Let's see.
Yeah. What about your what about your abilities or
I have X marks the spot. Well, that's really for finding something,
yeah.
not stealing something.
If you have the reflective facet, you can use that as an enhancement, I think.
I do.
Yeah, you can spend an inspiration to add your reflective facet as a enhancement.
I will do that. All right. 2 10s. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so 3 successes.
Yeah, you are able to palm a data pad, no problem.
All right.
But yeah, so there's a trail of light that leads you back to the tram car. Everything's pressurized.
will-
Everything's fine. You are in no danger on your way back up. And eventually you start making, unless you want to do anything else.
Just gonna jellyfish my way back to the
All right.
civilization.
Yep, you jellyfish your way back up to civilization.
At which point I probably receive a very fraught message from.
Yeah. Eventually, you get up to a certain level where your connection to the opnet gets restored, and then you receive a flurry of messages. But back to the bar. You guys are having this conversation, and you see that busboy. You like see him out of the corner of your eyes. You see him kind of pop up, like obviously clocks you while you're having this altercation, and like heads back into the kitchen.
Now, was he the person we saw inside or one of the people
No.
we saw outside?
He was one of the people you saw outside.
Okay.
So she's just like,
Frankie gives you a look
she's like,
and then turns her attention to the woman.
she's like, look, we don't like people poking around here. Why don't you guys just drink your drinks? You know, order something, order some food or whatever. You can just don't make trouble.
I look her dead in the eye and I'm just like, I'm just here to have fun and have a good time. I'm not here to cause any type of trouble over here.
Yeah, you're the one
Like,
causing
I heard-
trouble, ma'am.
Uh,
Yeah, I just like really just try to convince her that I'm like legitimately there just to like enjoy the scene.
make a persuasion roll.
Can I assist his persuasion roll by making her focus on me?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a command roll,
Okay.
and you can add enhancement to that to kind of smooth over the situation.
See here.
And I'd also like to use a shameless lying smile to
Okay,
give myself a couple extra enhancements.
do it.
2. So 3 successes and 5 enhancements.
Okay, fantastic.
So I have 4, and I have. Does my dress to
You
impress
have more
work?
than enough to take care of the situation.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got 8 total with everything.
Sure. All right. Yeah. So you
As the social faces are like, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Mhm. Yeah, you shut this woman down pretty easily. You're able to go back to your drinks. She seems to be well and truly like put in her place and shamed, and kind of recedes back. The mood is slightly altered after all of this, but it's a little rough. But you guys, you guys can. What are you guys doing after that?
Narwhal. Our friend isn't gonna come back out. He totally clocked me, so you might need to go do some stuff.
What were you thinking?
Go fucking talk to the kid. I can't get back there unnoticed. I'm gonna cause a scene, and you're gonna go talk to the kid.
I can go there and do that.
Right.
And yep, I try to work my way in the back and just pretend like I'm looking for the bathroom and just be like, oh, was this the door?
While he's doing that, I am going to command the attention of the room because I'm going to start dancing, and I am going to dance with everyone in there.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to need. So your purpose of this is to prove a distraction, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to need let's go with a command presence roll from you.
Perfect. I assume my striking looks is going to
Yeah,
apply,
it'll apply.
and
Uh,
my name in the lights.
yeah, sure, it'll apply too.
Awesome.
You're gonna need all of this because you are dressed in a Galactic Print Narwhal outfit and are attempting to sneak around in this very, very blue color bar. So it's definitely going to be a larceny roll from you. And it's going to be at a +2 difficulty, and there's going to be a 3-point complication of, again, the wrong type of attention.
I have 4 successes and 4 enhancement.
Okay, great. So that is a total of 8 enhancement on this roll, which you're definitely going to need. So let's see how you roll.
So, and what attribute do you think would work for this one?
Let's just go.
Composure or
Yeah,
manipulation
composure or dex probably would be the best.
or dex? Okay. Next, I'm gonna switch. This is my lucky die over here. Gotta always remember to use that one. I got 2 8s and a 10 and a 9, so 4 successes.
All right. So with all the enhancement and all the good stuff that you guys get, you're able to buy off all the complications, hit the difficulty, no problem, and inexplicably, in a narwhal outfit, you are able to like go to the bathroom, loop around back into like the kitchen, and you get kind of like into this little out of the way area in the kitchen where you can kind of like, well, your intent is to like intercept this kid.
Yeah, try to find him in a place where he's not going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of other staff and talk to him one-on-one a little bit.
Cool. All right. So yeah, what you do is you basically like you don't get him just yet, but you position yourself where like you think you're pretty sure he's going to be in the next couple of minutes, so that you can have that conversation. Um, Mice, yeah, you get up to the level. Your phone goes crazy with these messages from Narwhal and Frankie. How do you react to all that? And you're pretty tired at this point. You've been had it.
Yeah.
But what's the reaction to that?
I'll text back and say, still alive. What are you guys up to? You know. But I mean, they seem to be engaged at the moment, so I don't know if they'll
Yeah.
answer. Probably not
I
going to
mean-
head to the bar unless they specifically ask for me to show up.
Okay.
That's fair. They did say that's where they're going, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way that biocomps work, do I have to be looking at the device, or is it kind of automatically like?
Yeah, it can interface with you in a way that isn't like directly apparent. So you can like you get like that text to speech or like even their voice like a bone induction thing. So you can get that message.
Am I able to respond without pulling mine out with it?
Yeah,
Or do
yeah,
I-
you can yeah. There's surreptitious ways that you can use it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just send Mice a message being like, "Oh, we're having a lot of fun over at the Nugget. You should come over here. It's a interesting crowd."
Define interesting.
It's FSA party people, man. I don't even know what to make of this place.
Strong
And-
pass, but thanks.
And I found a friend that we met last night.
Ah, one of those. I mean, are you guys cool? Like you can handle yourselves, or do you need?
No. Always. We just want to make sure you're invited.
Okay, I'll meet up with you after.
You get back rude.
Mice is not fond of FSA people.
Fair. You think we are?
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah. So Frankie, you are dancing up a storm. A lot of people like dancing with you. Some people just aren't going to interact with you no matter what you do. But the more the younger crowd are getting into it and having to dance. And Narwhal eventually, that kid kind of like comes back to like the little sort of cleanup break area where you've kind of stashed yourself, and like starts washing his hands, and you're able to like sidle up right next to him.
Just go up right next to him, like, "Oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Remember me from last night?"
Y- yeah, you're at the show, right? You're outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of
Cool.
those people that kinda helped the crowd calm down when they were all trying to attack you. That was so not cool of them. I can't believe, like, they were so aggressive.
Yeah, I agree. That was kind of fucked up. What the hell are you doing here?
I just saw you. I wanted to come by and say hi. Like, I saw you putting up those flyers for the show, and I was just super excited to come over here and, to see what the party's all about.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
seemed really enthused to go and, like, promote it, so I'm here to, to have a good time.
well, yeah. I mean, well, it was kind of like a thing I was doing for money. Um, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a cool show. We
Doing it for
don't.
money?
Yeah, I work at the bar, and I was helping promote the show for the bar.
Well, it worked.
Cool, great, yeah. You know that like customers aren't supposed to be back here, right?
No one stopped me. I just assumed it was okay. Like, I'm wearing a pretty loud outfit, like, I thought
Yeah,
they would've said
you
something.
are wearing a really weird outfit. Um, so yeah, like I'm at work, dude. Um, can you maybe get out of here?
Okay, I just wanna say, I think I'm just happy to see that, you got out of there safe. I wasn't sure what was gonna happen after, we went down to the show.
I mean, yeah, I do appreciate that. I mean, we weren't there to go to the show, so once everybody started going in, it wasn't a problem.
What's your name, by the way, my dude? We didn't get to properly introduce each other
Uh,
ourselves
yeah,
last time.
yeah. My name's Ellis.
How long you been working here for, Ellis?
Since we came up from Earth, about a year or so. It's good work. But once again, I am in fact working, and you are in fact not supposed to be in this not customer area, my guy.
Oh, well, I'll go ahead and, just kinda step out of there and
Cool. 'Cause yeah.
it's weird that they let me walk back here, though. Crazy.
Yeah, that is really weird. I might have to, I don't
Uh,
know, do something. I don't know what I would do about that. That's not my job. But yeah, I gotta get back to cleaning dishes and stuff.
okay, well, sorry. Didn't know I wasn't supposed to be over here, Ellis.
Cool.
Well, it was nice meeting you guy.
It was super weird meeting you.
Well I'll see you tomorrow at the show. Are you gonna be working tomorrow at the show, or are you coming here to, like, hang out and party?
Yeah, I'll probably just be here for the show. Um, Maybe you want to like, blend in a little if you're gonna come to the show. I don't know. It's gonna be a thing.
I'm all about a little bit of a radical self-expression. I kinda like this, but I'll definitely be around and, excited
Cool.
excited to see it. And with that, I just give him a very nonchalant, "Well, oh, good seeing you," and kinda just walk out through the kitchen like, no big deal.
Okay. Yeah. You guys head back out. Frankie's still doing her thing. Yeah, super weird interaction with that kid. Yeah, so what are you guys up to? How you guys handling the rest of the night?
Uh, well, Frankie's gonna make friends.
Yeah, I mean,
Frankie's gonna dance and basically try to get some contacts down here.
yeah, you grab a couple of numbers from some interested parties. These are like people who live and work in the area, for the most part. But you're able to get some numbers from people.
Cool. She's also like, talks about like the band. She tries to get information on the band playing tomorrow.
Okay. Let me take a look real quick. I want to get into information about that. That is gonna be a persuasion roll to kind of get more directed
Cool.
information out of people.
Sure.
We
Do,
got
do,
momentum.
do.
Feel free to burn it.
That's fair. Again, I'm always gonna have my acid striking look supplies.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay, cool. Um, does I guess I'm gonna ask, does my name in the lights apply, which applies to how I'm dressing?
Yeah, sure. It'll apply, but it'll be a little weird.
That's fine. I don't mind weird. 3 successes and 4 enhancement.
Okay. Uh, yeah, you talk to a couple of people, like them, like the base level of what you get is that people know it's like it's a new band that that the bar is promoting, but not a lot about it is known from them. They like point you to a couple of people, and eventually you like are you meet up with the DJ, uh,
Perfect.
who says, yeah, yeah, that they're a new band. Why you're interested in the music, the show?
Yes, I'm an artist myself.
Really cool. Yeah, well, we're not supposed to like talk like the reveal is kind of the whole point of it. Like they're very new on the scene. They've got some interesting backing, and like they're really getting a big push to like be the next like more wholesome patriotic thing in the bang scene. But yeah, it's gonna be something special. It's gonna be like
So, like, you can tell me more. Like, honestly, having someone on my side of the fence might help with you guys getting out there and getting some more views.
he
Everyone
kind of
needs a
like
good
says
hype girl.
like I don't know. Um, I mean, yeah, that would be the thing, but like, okay, all right. So here's the deal. Uh, that I might not actually be that great of a thing because, like, from what I hear, this is like kind of a thing where it's kind of like opposed to your style, like your style. Like it's trying to like push against, like, okay, FSA propaganda and bullshit, like degenerate and like psi loving
Oh,
and all that stuff. Like
am I a degenerate?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like when I heard like the promoter talking about it, that's the kind of words that got thrown around.
She just like casually puts her arm around them and she goes, as someone in the biz, I'm sure you understand that all publicity is good publicity.
I just put things into the track here. I'm just telling you things that I've heard.
I'm just saying if you can get me an audience with one of the band members or the promoter, I would love to have a chat because we could work something out. If he doesn't want me backing them, that's fine. But I mean, if he wants someone to push up against him, I mean, we could work that out too.
All right. I am going to need another we've reached the limits of your previous roll.
I
Uh,
understand.
so I'm going to need another persuasion roll from you.
Understood. So I'll get my 6 dice up. Actually, I'm gonna look up one of my gifts real fast because it might actually apply. Where is it? I'm looking up the room where it happens.
Yeah, I think that will definitely apply like when you're like
Yeah, yeah. I was just looking at it real quick. Okay, that's fine. All right, let me just roll my dice then.
yeah, roll your dice on that one.
Roll my dice. 6 dice. Roll. 10, 10, 6s and 3s. So 2. Roll with a 9. So that's 3 and 4 again.
Okay. You're like,
For
all right.
enhancement.
Okay. All right. I got the promoter's contact information for you. But I'm going to tell you, I really do not recommend trying to contact them before the show. Like they want this thing to be like, they don't want anyone to know about these guys until their debut. And if you start calling and like talking about it, they're not going to react well. But
Why
here's
is
their number.
that?
It's part of their fucking strategy, you know? Like they really want this to be a big kind of like, they're trying to build the hype and the mystery. And if they like let things leak before, they want like tomorrow night to be like the reveal. That's what I've heard. But here's their number. You do what you
take that.
want. You didn't get it from me.
Of course not.
And I'm being like as straight as I can here. I really don't recommend calling them before the show.
Okay. I hear you. I appreciate you worrying about me. She's like kind of smiles and gives him a kiss on the cheek and she's like, "So, what time is the band going to get here tomorrow?"
They're like, I mean, they're around, so like,
You mean, have you seen them? Are they here? And she's like looking around.
they're not here, but they're around.
Oh,
Like there's a lot of setup for this thing, so they like when the place is closed. But yeah, like I haven't like seen them. Like, you know, there's a difference between like seeing somebody when they're like off character and then when they're on
mm-hmm.
character. I haven't seen them in character yet.
Interesting. Are they cute?
A couple of them are.
She gets kind of excited about that. I
But
mean, what?
I don't know. I don't know. They're like they kind of like when I see them, they're kind of like very no nonsense, like in their business, like don't look at me kind of clothes. So I can't really tell you much about them. Like I don't even know who they are.
Okay. Well, that's fair. I really appreciate you giving me this number. I'll wait until they've had their debut. Who knows? Maybe I can get their attention tomorrow. I mean, no, I'm not their type of person, but they don't know I could be. It's good to have friends in diverse places.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work out for you.
Maybe you could put in a good word for me.
Yeah, I'll be when like when you're ready to roll, and yeah, we'll work something out.
Promise.
Promise. Yeah,
She
cool.
pouts.
Like I got to get back to like there's been like a minute of dead air. Like I really got to get back to this.
She kind of sighs dramatically. Fine, be that way. She smiles.
Cool. So I'll see you at the show tomorrow then.
Yeah, totally.
Cool. Cool. And he like goes back, puts his headphones on, and starts cranking out the shitty FSA music.
She goes over and back to Narwhal and kind of, dances real close up on Narwhal. You know that she's does this all the time. Like when she's giving you information, she totally invades your personal space all the fucking time to everyone in this group. So she's up, up talking to you and like basically gives you information that she found out, basically like a data dump. But she's like dancing up on you as it's happening.
I'm still dancing. Like, so we're calling them right now?
I mean, I was gonna wait till tomorrow. They're gonna be all mysterious. I don't want to make them bad and moody.
I don't see why not, but yeah, maybe we shouldn't just outright call them at this moment.
No, we should wait. We can play along. We'll just get here early tomorrow. Maybe we'll like score some backstage passes or something. They're all like, "We don't like your kind here. We're in opposition to your music." And I'm like, "Dude, any publicity is good publicity. You want to start like a fucking rap battle? Like, I think it'd be great. Like, they can diss us, we can diss them, we can feed into their shit, they can feed into our shit. Like.
Yeah. Bang's all about collaborating. Let's collaborate on some Discord and get some people interested.
Right? I think it'd be a great idea. But I mean, we just have to pitch it tomorrow. You'd be like, "Oh, look, some people actually showed the fuck up from the Bang concert." Of course, it's like the people they don't want to show up, so it's probably fine.
All right. So yeah, the night pretty much goes on. Like there's like I said, there's not really anything happening tonight. Um, Mice. So you're gonna head back. Where are you headed to, Massilian?
guess either my place or wherever our collaborative space is.
Yeah,
'Cause
like if you're expecting
I
to
do want to meet up with them. So.
Okay, yeah. So let's say that you guys all start heading back over to your kind of jam session, which I believe is, from what we discussed last time, it was in the same place as where Hannah's place is. Like you've got like a rented out kind of jam space there. But we will take a break and we will get back and you guys will all hook back up together.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See everybody in a bit. And we're back. So, after your encounter at the bar at the Silver Nugget, the FSA kind of watering hole, community watering hole, you guys all kind of filter back, get on the mass transit systems, and head to your kind of communal jam space connected to Hannah's pad. What does this place look like?
Post-industrial,
Okay.
probably lots of random gadgets lying around and stuff.
You're muted.
It's definitely like a warehouse district, so I could definitely see it being post-industrial. Our jam session place is probably in the bay of one of those big warehouses where we can like open up the door if we want to, or
Okay.
keep it closed if we want to. Like inside is probably like there's probably, you can definitely tell where everyone hangs out. There's probably a place where there's a whole mess of cords and equipment and like mess over here. There's probably like all like the pyrotechnic stuffs over here, and such like that. And then there's like Frankie's spot, which is like a microphone and a couch.
Hmm.
Uh, so it's like all these different, like, kind of looks like, what every high schooler's dream pad would look like. So it's kind of what I envision. Like the art's been repainted on the wall so many times, like it's got like a layer and it never quite dries. So, like that sort of thing.
Cool. I've got it in my head. So yeah, you all guys kind of congregate, head to like kind of the hangout couch kind of area part of the pad, and crash because y'all have had some rough days.
She is probably going to, let's see here. She can't snuggle Hannah. Hannah won't let her in her room. So she's probably gonna snuggle Narwhal to this time. You're just gonna get a snuggle, just so you know.
Okay. I
Frankie
got
never,
I got a double hammock. There's room.
yeah, like Frankie never sleeps by herself, ever. So, like, it's never anything sexual. It's always just like, I'm just gonna snuggle with you now. You're just gonna deal with this. Unless you tell her to go away, which she will, but she'll bitch about it the whole time.
I'm like a body. Cool.
It's a very soft onesie, probably.
Like
So-
a big teddy bear.
So yeah, so you all are all here. So if you guys like, are you guys gonna crash for a little bit? Or are you guys gonna start sharing notes?
I mean, I'm down to share notes, but Frankie actually slept, so.
That's true.
Crash first, then notes.
Okay, so you guys do a nice crash, like turn the lights down, get a couple hours sleep. It's so weird because time is set to, like the moon I think is always set to like Greenwich Mean Time. So what that is in relation to like morning or whatever, but eventually you guys wake up probably around like 8 a.m. is when you guys all feel rested and like are rested enough to like get back up to normal, and be able to have like a coherent conversation with one another. So it's still ends up being in the morning. Hannah is still out of it. Like you can like send them messages and everything, but they like basically say that they've got a lot going on in their head, uh, and they're trying to like perfect some of these meditation techniques that they've recently learned.
Yeah, that was a trip when we went over to that place. So, like, you guys missed it. We went over to like some college or something. It's like kind of like a better hippie communion, like commune. It's really kind of weird. But yeah, they were really kind of cool, and I was totally suspicious, and I'm still really suspicious of them, but they actually help people, which is really cool. But I'm still really suspicious that there's something like nefarious going on, but I didn't actually see anything.
What place was this?
Frankie will check her phone. What was the place called again?
It was the ISRA chapter house on Olympus.
That. I
Oh yeah.
that
You went
place?
you went to one of the side places?
Yeah. So, okay,
Why?
so well, like they have these free classes for meditation, and I mean, we have to help Hannah out somehow. I mean, you guys can't tell anyone about that, you know? Like that's
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I totally forgot until you just mentioned it. She went all
I mean,
shiny.
nothing clearly nothing happened. Like we just went to one of the free classes and had a dinner.
They used to
Yep.
do free baked goods out front of that place. It's pretty good. Yeah.
I got tested for latency, which I don't have, but apparently like my destiny freaked them the fuck out. So that was kind of cool. Apparently I'm destined for super big things.
Yeah, but you didn't need them to tell you that.
I mean, I'm gonna be the best damn fucking bang artist ever. We all are. That's why you're with
Yeah.
me. Like,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, see? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so we went over there and took some weird meditation class that she's trying to fully understand and unlock for her head. And I'm not gonna talk too much about it because it's kind of her thing, and I don't want to like, you know, she's gonna tell you about it, not me. Yeah, we
Cool.
good with
Yeah.
that? Cool, cool.
Mm.
Yeah, and then we just totally went and like fucked with the kid that was like passing out flyers. Like Narwhal snuck around in a onesie. Like I don't know how the hell that happened, but it did. And I totally pissed off a waitress. How was your
Sounds
night?
like it was eventful. My night was weird. I followed a ghost down into the depths of the moon.
You mean like a hologram?
Kind of. So, yeah. So she was an SI, and then she led me to this place to fix stuff. It's all kind of, I was kind of tired, because it'd been a long night with the show and everything. But then, like, there were these people in chairs, and I don't know. Did you ever hear of anything called Artemis? There's like this name on the door.
Have I? Enigmas?
Let's start with culture on that one.
Culture.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
Fucking
Do
culture
culture and int?
rules.
Yeah.
And
May I do that 3?
You may.
yeah, okay. Yeah, this is gonna not end well.
Well, 2 successes.
2 as well.
3 with a 10. It's still 3.
Gotcha. Hold on, I am bringing some stuff.
I know
up.
she was goddess of the hunt.
Yeah, like that's like your top layer information that you get. Goddess of the hunt, a moon goddess. How many successes did each of you get? Gotcha. Okay. Hold on, I gotta look something up real quick. In combination with the word glass, you kind of put together something. You don't remember like like you don't remember the company, but there was like over 30 years now. There was a game that was very popular that used technology that is now banned, um, called Glass. That was kind of like this neuro interactive, like brain implant stuff. And the company had a office here on the moon, and they ran a like separate version of the game that was like called the Artemis Edition. So people just called it art. Like the name it was known here on the moon was Artemis, but like the game itself, that's what you guys know. Like there was some big game that involved like neurotech, like 30 years ago, and then all that technology got banned.
Are you telling me that these people are still playing?
I guess so. I mean, they were pretty old. I guess like if they were our age when they started, however old they would be now is how old they were. It looks like they'd been there for a while. I had to clean out their artificial feeding tubes. It's kind of gross.
That sounds
But
really great. We should wake them up. Can we wake them up? I mean, like, that shit's illegal. I mean, not that I care that it's illegal,
yeah,
but I mean, don't you think they'd want to? I don't know. That's complicated. Do you think they're happy in that place? Do you think they would want to wake up?
I mean, I never tried it, so I don't know. But I do know that really it was just really creepy, and I kind of wanted to get out of there by the end of it. I did take this though. I'll produce the data pad.
Yeah, it's an old data pad.
So maybe this
Can
will
I
have some
see it?
kind of.
Can I see it? She's doing the like,
This is me
I'm about to
handing
take
it through
this.
the.
Yeah, she's like, I'm about to take it from you regardless. So this is, I want you to just hand it over. But she
Yeah.
takes and tries to turn on.
It does not turn on.
She goes, do you have a power source for it?
I check my workbench. Probably something. And if not, I'll try to crack open the back and see if I can jury rig this thing.
So,
Perfect.
it is at this point that I am going to remind you all that you have a thing called dramatic editing.
Yeah.
This is my little push to remember that you guys have powers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, powers. You mean
So
we're just
if
not
someone
gonna
wants
blunder
to,
through things?
if someone wants to spend an inspiration, sure, you have a 30-year-old charger laying around here.
Actually, I'll do that. As
Okay.
Frankie goes, wait, I've dealt with this before. Hold on. And she just like walks over and you see her digging around in the couch and she goes, no, not here, not here. And like she kind of like moves mice over and she's like looking under their seat. Nope, not there either. And she goes around and for some freaking reason, like in the back of Narwhal's hammock that's here, there's like a pocket, and she's like, "Yep, found it. This is where I stored it." And she's like takes out this charger, and she comes back over. Yeah, I knew I had something for this. Hold on. And she like looks around and she's like, "Oh, outlet cords. Why? Why did we ever have cords?" And she just kind of like plugs it in.
Okay, you plug it in, it lights up. It's like it takes a little bit to like get booted up, but eventually you have it in and it starts charging, and then it turns on. And
So last century.
I know. It's
Yeah, like
crazy, right?
yeah.
Like, how did our parents ever survive? You know.
So
I mean, my father killed people. Never mind.
So yeah, you guys, it boots up, and the screen that presents it to you is, it's very nondescript. Like this is a like purposely generic looking kind of data entry pad, and it like there's like no company name, there's no like identifying information, there's no anything. It's just a screen that has like a please put in your please insert your credentials here, and like there's like a little like thumbprint thing.
Hmm. Okay. She kind of like looks at it. She's like, credentials, credentials. Any of them have like a name or something? Do you know their name?
Try Juji.
Can I use roll the dice to try to come up with the right password for it?
Sure.
Because I think that just lets me like win one thing or guess one keypad
Uh,
every session.
yeah, sure. You put in you figured that out. You kind of like randomly punch some stuff in, and for some wild ass reason, it happens to be the right input code.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it pops up, and it looks like it has a. From what you can tell, this sort of like a purpose built data pad to store and process um, uh, very specific legal documents, like waiver, NDA, and there's like 6 sets of
Ooh.
like a small like each folder has like 4 different legal documents stored on it.
This boots up. Frankie looks really excited and she goes, "All right, I can't do this, but one of you guys needs to lock down to make sure if this thing's transmitting to someone else so that it's not getting there. Because we don't need someone knowing we just turned this bitch on."
Sensible precaution.
Y'all
Okay.
got that?
Do I
Yeah.
have any way?
If you want to someone wants to make a technology roll to kind of like block sensors or something like that to make sure that
I
this thing
very
doesn't,
do.
doesn't start
I was
drawing.
about to say someone who's a techie. I'm actually just here because of my enigmas.
I'm on it.
Yeah, but that would definitely be a hardware solution to try and block it from that point.
3 successes.
Yeah, you like fashion some some electro tape over like the access sensor, and like you like throw up some interference shields to prevent this thing from thing. It does like your mini comps are all like way more powerful this thing, so like they're still able to connect to the opnet, but like you make
That's
it gets a little slow because you guys have set up purposeful interference. But yeah, so you have it like it's 6 sets of folders of like it looked like this is a thing that they handed to these people to sign off on legal documents.
excellent. So let's find out what's on this thing, shall we? She just like grins. She goes, "Yeah." So I guess how I use my gifts are I spend an inspiration.
Yeah, you spend an inspiration generally to use your gifts. So you're gonna use digital scan.
I'm using deep system
Oh, deep
scan.
system scan. That's right.
Uh,
Oh,
I will I spend time and it's going to divulge all its secrets. This includes things like internet history, keystrokes. I also knows if files were deleted and can access corrupted files. Um, but I must spend inspiration to recover these lost files.
okay, gotcha.
If the device is tampered on by supernatural means, I may need to roll an associated skill with appropriate complications set by the story guide. Otherwise, it just happens.
Cool. Yeah, this is not a super fancy data pad. It is a pretty mundane source of information. Uh, so, what you get off of this, there's not much more than what you get normally. You go over the data, and it looks like this is sort of like a long-term contract set up to maintain and interact with something called the Artemis server of TerraSearch, which is this game that was a thing, and it is basically employees of this company, which I can't find the document with the company name.
Right.
but you find the company name. Employees of this company basically signed up for long-term contracts that basically took care of all of their financial problems, as well as like enough money to like take care of a couple of dependents for an indefinite period of time. That they would essentially dedicate their lives to staying connected into this system to interact with it on a level that would keep it stable for the purpose of the maintaining the health of the systems on the backup server of the Artemis Terra Surge instance.
So technically, they're still under contract.
Yeah, they are under contract. Whether or not that contract is valid, given that they're dealing with like banned Novatech, whether or not that's going to hold or not, but at least the documents they signed seem legit.
I gotcha.
So
Like,
so
ahead.
we have their names too then.
Yeah, you guys have their legal names.
You want to research their next of kin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to call my grandpa, who's my Nova Corps contact,
Okay.
and see if he has any information he can kind of give me about Terra Surge and what happened over there. He's let's
Okay.
see, informative Nova historian.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you send a message to him, and he like takes a couple minutes and says like, "Let me look into that. I'll get back to you in a little bit."
Okay.
But yeah, you guys, they seem to be employees of this company that have signed on to a long-term contract to keep this system stable or whatever. There's not a lot of detail on what that means, like keep the system stable and like it's kind of vague in like what it actually implies. You get the sense that they tried to put the minimum amount of information into this because they knew that it might like this might be submitted to evidence one day.
Shocker there. Well, we can wait for your granddad to get back to us. This is really interesting. What do you guys think we should do with this?
Well, like
Not tell anyone.
nobody definitely nobody's been down there for years. I mean, like the whatchamacallit that I was talking to had to like repressurize the whole thing, and it smelled really gross. I mean, they were alive, they seemed fine, but like, you know, do their families think they're dead? Does this company still exist? Is it just
I don't know.
6 people sitting in a room forever?
Like, I don't
weird.
even know if their code is still functioning. Like, they could be in a glitched out game.
Yeah.
So we got him looking at the kids. Why don't you look up the company? That seems like a thing you can search or whatever.
Search.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a culture roll on that, or that's gonna hold on. That's a humanities roll to look into like businesses and stuff.
Intellect?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, you can't find
Momentum.
anything.
Momentum.
Momentum's not gonna help.
Yeah.
There's a single 8 that saves us from being a 3-1 botch.
Oh my.
So,
well, you do get momentum for that as consolation. Yeah.
yay.
You're coming up with nothing on that. Yeah. Who was looking up the kids? Was someone looking up their next of kin?
I mean, I thought you guys were. I don't really have tech. Well, I guess I have technology.
I
Let
don't
me
do
see.
computers at
All
all.
right, cool.
All right, let me see if I have tech.
I can try to roll better on this one, but
I do have a dot in technology. Look at me. Go me. Sure, I'll make a technology intellect roll. What could possibly go wrong?
Your grandpa Noel gets back to you. He says, yeah, that was a little after the Nova Age, but yeah, there was a big deal with Terra Surge. That was a big important game back around in the 2080s. Shit went real bad with that though. They banned that tech. There was something went really wrong with it and a lot of people got hurt. But
Do you know how they got her? Were they getting stuck in the game or something.
Yeah, a lot of people. Well, like, no, I don't think they got stuck in the game. They like got their heads messed with. Like, this is the thing. It's like it wasn't a Nova. Like all the Novas were gone at that point. But like I think from what I can tell, like it was based on Novatech. So maybe they didn't know what they were messing with. But a lot of people got hurt really bad, and like something went down at like this big convention, and yeah, like that's when like AIs are banned is because of that shit.
Okay, thanks, Papa. Someone was talking about it the other day, and I just felt like
Yeah,
I want to know a
yeah,
little bit more about it.
yeah. I think they had a version of it up on the moon. I don't think that it got like I don't think the stuff that happened here happened up on the moon, because it was a different server, it was a different instance, but it got banned there too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Someone was saying they had a version up here was named after some Greek goddess. I can't remember what they said it was though.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, no. Cool. I mean, yeah, that's a cool bit of tech. I mean, uh, I remember. I didn't really play it back in the day, but you know, I had friends who played it.
Were your friends okay after it,
Oh
or
yeah, no, we were like all the bad shit happened down in Cascade, which was a city like down in the FSA. Um, like that's where all the bad stuff. That they had like the neurotech that really messed with them. We just used the normal version that didn't get into your head.
okay? All right, that's a good little piece of information. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man.
Freaking FSA. Well, we'll catch up again sometime soon. But I gotta go right now. Thank you.
Sure, man. He logs
Bye,
off.
Papa.
Bye, Kato.
You got such a
Aw.
cool grandpa.
Ah,
Right?
he's a badass. So yeah, apparently the FSA had a version of this that went bad over about 10, 15 years before we all were born.
By the way, Scott, I botched.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're fine. You can't find shit.
But we do get 2 momentum.
You do. Yeah, you look up like you're trying to like find like their like find their next of kin or whatnot. It's like you get down a couple rabbit holes. Like you're like, oh no, this guy was like a serial killer. Like, oh no, it's not that guy.
Frankie, Handa, stop. Just stop, Frankie. Stop. So I struck out. Sorry about it.
Yeah. Well, I guess like if this tech's been banned, right? But
Yeah.
it still seems to be working fine.
Well, we
So
don't know that. We'd have to go down and take a look.
yeah, no, I mean I don't know what it's doing to their heads or whatever, but functionally, mechanically, it's still working, you know, pretty
Well,
smoothly. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know that. They could be in a game that's glitching. I mean, think about it. For
yeah,
30 years, they could be playing the exact same scenario over and over. That sounds
but they'd still be
horrible.
playing it. No, it's
Right.
totally fucked up, but yeah.
Dude. We might want to get them some help.
I guess so. I mean, it was really deep in the whatever it's called, infrastructure layer. And it's
Yeah.
I
What?
don't,
You said
I
a
don't even
ghost
know.
led you down there?
Yeah, but all right, so we were at the Bang show. I got this manifestation. I don't know what to call it, telling me to help the ghost, follow the ghost. And that's so I saw this ghostly individual on the train. So I got on the train, and then we kind of, you know that thing where your eyes meet across the room? It was like that, but in a window. And then she led me down on this like separate train all the way down into the depths of the moon. And then she led me to go fix this apparatus that was keeping these people alive or whatever. And then she
Nice.
seemed like, yeah. This
How
really
high were
happened. I
you?
promise. I promise this really happened this time. Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
Oh, okay. We just got
Yeah.
out of our first Muzzy and Bay experience, and you're only a little high.
Maybe like
Okay.
40%. All
Oh,
right.
I trust you. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
I'm gonna believe. I will go on your trip of some ghost girl in a window. Did you get her number?
She got mine.
You didn't even get her number?
She's an artificial being. She's an intelligence, you know?
Aren't those banned too?
No, she's like the SI. She's fine. She's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys all
I
have like
mean,
you have SIs on your
Yeah,
mini
yeah,
comps.
yeah.
Like those are fine.
Okay. Well, do you think you could reach her again?
I guess so. Did she like put any kind of contacting thing in my devices, or
Yeah, you got
she just has
you've got a contact for her. I mean, it looks like a normal contact, but like
Okay.
it doesn't have like it doesn't look like she's online. Like you've got it shows who's online, who's offline. She's not online right now.
All right. Well, can open up to leave her a message, I guess.
What message do you send her?
Hey, buddy. We're worried about those 6 people still hooked up to the system, and we want to make sure they're okay. How's things going down there? Do you need more maintenance?
All right, you send that message. You do not get a reply immediately.
Oh boy. So, well, let's put that in the let's leave it right there for a moment. Can't really do anything with it. And talk about this band concert that's happening in a couple hours.
Oh yeah, you guys went to the whatchamacallit place.
Oh, we're all
Yeah,
about to go to that place.
Yep,
Oh, God.
I got the build crew meeting me up over there. Sent everybody a thing, being like, last night wasn't that big, but they're putting on a show tonight, and I think we should go there and give them our support. You know.
I think it's fabulous. So apparently, I was talking to the DJ, and apparently this is some super secret, sush, like no one knows about the band until the day it comes out, sort of thing, which is also supposed to be like a fuck you to the bang scene, basically putting us as hedonists and degenerates and giving people a nice, sterilized other bang to go to, I guess. Not joking, by the way. That's what's happening over there. That's what this band is all about. But as a business-minded person that I pretend to be half the time, I was like, "Ooh, well, maybe they need, someone to let them into the scene." But when they told me that they're like our antithesis, I was like, "Well, maybe they need some rivals." Eh? Rivals, right? Make some all publicity's good publicity. Get our names out there as like, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So I got like the dude's number for their promoter or whatnot. But if we're already there and can cause a scene to be their rivals, see, business minded. That and I just want to know what the fuck they're doing. And apparently some of them are really cute. So, I mean, who doesn't like a forbidden love thing going on? Or really angry sex? Both is fine.
Just as long as they're not the type of FSA goons that are gonna like break out the heavy metal pipes if things go south, you know? Like,
I mean, if they do, we can do something about it.
Like, I'm gonna have the whole build crew go in there with us. I think we'll be okay. If not,
all
I'll
right,
help you get out of there real quick.
all right,
We will be
because
fine.
you know me. I'm a dreamer, not a fighter.
I mean, I think that's most of us.
You got both going on. I mean, I trust you. I trust you in a scrap.
She just kind of looks at you with the "that's your funeral" look, and just kind of shrugs.
They're completely earnest because mice is probably like a toothpick, you know. So
Frankie looks really intimidating. Frankie knows how to use a gun.
That's still helpful.
Hmm.
So
But yeah, so let's coordinate our outfits. And unless you want to go in like partially stealthy, and then I'll go dressed up like a peacock or something and be able to take the heat off you guys should need be. I kind of do that for Hannah, but since Hannah's kind of like out of it, do you guys want me to do that for you?
well, is the plan like to hijack their show halfway through or to go in fully adorned? Because
I
if we want to
mean,
hijack halfway through, we might want to keep it subtle and then just
oh, I hate being subtle. I'm terrible at being subtle. Do I have to?
that's what I'm asking. What do you want to do? All I know is I can't do jellyfish 2 nights in a row, so it's got to be something besides jellyfish.
I look down at like my stained narwhal onesie, and I'm like, "What's wrong with wearing the same clothes every day?"
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's your thing.
Because they smell. As long as you're washing them, it's fine.
It's
Look, I
biotech. It
have
cleans
to
itself.
be okay. I have to look impeccable. That is my thing. That is what I do. So I'm going to go dressed to the nines and get everyone's attention because I have to. You don't understand. I have to look perfect.
Then perfect you shall be.
But you guys can do whatever you want.
Awesome. Something purple, I think. Mice begins looking for
mean-
something purple.
Pink is my signature color, obviously. Do you I
All
could
right.
try to go incognito. Do you think I should try to wear like a federal whatever get up? Do you think I should go in like a red, white, and blue bikini? Would that be appropriate? That's patriotic, right?
I'm
They'll love
100%
it.
the wrong person to ask.
Right. Well, if we're supposed to be a rival band, I will glam up and be their antithesis. Oh, maybe they'll make me a witch. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I can just see it now. Oh, look at this demoness. She's come to corrupt us. Listen to our music. It's better. I'm seeing it now. This is gonna be great. I can't wait to be their rivals. I hope their lead singer's hot.
I feel like you might be investing too much into the possibilities of this experience, but I'm here for the ride, and I want you to know that I support you.
Hey, a girl's got a dream.
Absolutely.
Okay, so are like you like going like glam witch girl? Is that the look you're headed for?
I am going to be the antithesis of I am what they want to protect their people against. So, glammed up, like probably showing way too much skin. Not nude, mind you, but showing way too much skin. Like hair done up, heavy makeup, all in ranges of pink and black because that's her signature color. She is in full Frankie mode. I'm sorry, Valentine mode, which means she has like her back like popped, like leather jacket that has like the sleeves cut off and it's all like studded and shit. And on the back has her name,
Okay.
like plastered like Valentine, and then like under it is like their band name.
Cool. So like Wonder
So
Root. Gotcha.
Wonder Root, like very specifically, she is going as Valentine.
Gotcha. Okay. So Narwhal, you just rocking the Narwhal look again?
Onesie.
Onesie time. All right, fantastic. And what about Mycelium? How are you hitting the show?
I think it's going to be so on the outside, sort of a very androgynously cut suit thing, kind of Annie Lennox style. That's like a muted purple, but then underneath this sort of like Dayglow Lisa Frank leopard print
Oh, I
vest
love
and
it.
pants kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
love it.
I got it. So yeah, you get some message from your build crew. They're all down for it. Like they kind of ask. They like kind of follow you guys as lead. So they're Like unless you guys have anything specific you want to tell them, they're doing kind of the similar like muted on the outside but ready to rock out the colors on the inside. It's kind of get ups. Yeah, and you guys can start getting ready, start heading down to the show pretty much anytime you want to.
Gonna get together
Yeah.
my bag of hollow gear.
Cool. Yeah.
Actually, I have active camo on my onesie. Am I able to kind of change the colors to
Yeah.
make it so it's not quite as loud as the beginning?
Yeah, you can
I'm gonna, I'm
tone
gonna do
it
the same
down.
thing, have it be like a little bit more low key.
Yeah, you can tone it down. You can like pull the hood down so that it looks
Tuck,
like
tuck
more
it in a little
tuck a
bit.
little bit. So it kind of just more looks like a jumpsuit, which is much
Where
more
does
normal.
where does the horn come out for the narwhal? Like from
comes off-
here or from here?
The top of the hood has it go out
Yeah.
more like a unicorn because it doesn't go all the way down and stick out like my mouth like a regular narwhal.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys get ready, head down, get on the public transit, and make your way back to that kind of community space in the FSA Arcology. It looks very different when you guys have shown up. Like it is, like the community space has all been sort of cleared up. It looks like they've kind of like extended the bar area out into the community space. There's a lot of people here, like a lot of like FSA people, a lot of workers, a lot of younger people kind of there. They've got sort of like bleachers set up around the area. There's lots of beer stands, lots of like pretzel, like, big Bavarian pretzels and hot dogs being sold, like all sorts of very much like NASCAR concert fair going on.
Imagine all the prices is to be ridiculous for a bang event.
Yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous. This is not what you guys consider like a bang event. Like this is very much like this is a concert kind of thing. It's not the kind of like smaller, more intimate kind of like they're calling it a bang thing, but from what you can tell, this is more like a concert. So like that's how it's set up. So maybe they're doing a bang thing, but it seems like they're calling it bang, but it might not be bang. You don't know exactly what's up with that. But yeah, you guys meet up with your build crew. They're all kind of rocking their kind of like jumpsuit looking things. There is there's this outer area where there's all the food and concession and whatnot, but then there is like a gate that leads into sort of like the front area outside of the Silver Nugget, where a lot of like the seats are set up, and there is someone taking credit for tickets into the show area, and it looks like it's. A lot of bang shows do like the hardship thing of if you're down on your luck, if you don't have a lot of credit to spare, they'll make it away. Everyone's here paying 50 credits to get in. So yeah, you guys eventually get up to the line, and someone basically like holds out their cred stick scanner and says like, it's 50 credits for the show.
I'm like, I got you guys all covered, and you said in the beginning I got like a lunar yawn or something.
Yeah,
that's
you got some
well.
lunar bucks.
I'm spending it all right now to let the crew in.
Yep, absolutely. That covers the tickets for everybody.
Nice.
So yeah, like once you get past like that sort of gated bleacher area, it's like more like spaced out seating, like bleacher area, and there's as you guys are getting in through like various places around, there seems to be like smoke machines or like mist machines starting to go up. And there's like a low level of mist that is kind of building up around the area. And like there's once again shitty FSA music playing over the speakers.
Cute. This is cute.
Just imagine
It's
fist
cute.
bumpers everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of wooing. There's a lot of like people playing dancing to the shitty music. There's kind of like little tailgate areas. It's not, like I said, it's halfway between like what you traditionally would consider a bang setup and like a concert, kind of like you're on the lawn of a concert area.
Okay. Well, this is cute.
Is that the adjective you want here? I mean,
So let's see if we can't score some backstage passes. That's what they do at concerts, right? Yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, so how are you guys going about? Is that what the plan is?
Is the DJ about?
Yeah, you scan him, like you go over, like, so there, like, as you get closer into the closer to the bar area, like you see where they've got like this sort of extended stage area that kind of has multiple like long gangplanks that like lead out into the crowd area. And then like the backstage area looks like to be the bar proper. Like they've turned the bar into the backstage area. And you see the DJ working at like one of there's a couple like booths for like lighting setups and sound setups, and you see he's working at one of those booths.
We
But
go
that's
over
like
I
and
that.
have a,
say, Go
I
ahead.
just have a quick technical question.
Mhm.
So, if I were to use the right climate edge to read the room
Mm-hmm.
and find out the attitudes of all parties present, is that information that I can? Because, like, obviously, Frankie's much better at actually
Yeah.
convincing people of these things. But if I can say, like, these people need a fancy bang show, and can I like help
Yeah,
support?
that information will definitely like help out with an enhancement and the like.
All
Yeah,
right, then I'm
if
gonna
you want to
read the
use that
room.
gift.
I do.
Okay, cool. Is there a role associated with that, or is it just
It's just inspiration.
Okay, all right, yeah. Um, so the mood here is it's pretty positive. Like it's pretty positive. It's kind of people don't know what they're here for really, but they come in like kind of expecting like they've been sold a bill of they've been sold this is like bang that you can have, and be patriotic. This is a new way that we're going to push back against the degenerate culture. So like people here, the people who have come to this show seem to be like here for that and into that, even though they don't know exactly what they're here for. So it's kind of a mix of like anticipation, positivity, little bit of unsureness. So there's a weird mix of emotions going on in the crowd tonight.
So the mechanical benefit is two enhancements to any social actions that utilize this information for the rest of the scene. So can Frankie use that information?
That can definitely be useful. I would say like if you're trying to affect the crowd, that would be more useful. Like if
Okay.
if you're targeting like an individual person, like she's gonna probably do. I don't know if
Okay.
that might not work there, but that is very useful information to have.
Yes, it
Cool.
is.
So yeah, you read the crowd, you kind of get that vibe, so you know what the mood of the crowd is right now.
And I kind of like to piggyback on that and use Politico to do like a similar thing and share the information with the group.
Okay. Let me look at Politico real quick to see because there are some people who might work out that one right now.
I'm really excited to use the many frequencies gift if I can.
Yeah, that might be
That's gonna
coming to
be
useful. That might be useful in a bit.
It's gonna be on page 210.
210, gotcha.
And I get to ask a question per culture skill I have, and I have 3 dots in culture.
Okay.
That's
right.
our culture person.
Indeed. So, that is for a group of people. So I will tell you right now that, like, I'll tell you for free, the people that you see right now the vast majority of them are just normal people. Like they're not connected to what's going on here. These are the people here for this show. Like there's a couple of people who like the DJ that Frankie looks like she's going over to talk to. They're like kind of connected, but like you do a quick scan of the room, like no inspiration. You just said like nobody who's anybody is here right now that you can see.
Okay.
But you can you can definitely keep that in your back pocket because that will change.
Okay. And then I'll hold on to that until a little bit later when we start
Right.
interacting with like more core group.
Yeah. Okay, so Frankie, are you trying to get over to the DJ?
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, they were kind of like in the tech booth area. So you start heading there, and like you quickly get intercepted by a security personnel. Like, hey, ma'am, the show's the concert area is over there. This is a tech area. So why don't you head back over there, and the show will be starting soon.
Actually, I'm here to talk to him.
Yeah, he kind of looks over like, okay, yeah, he's in the tech area. I can send him a message if you like.
You can just accompany me if you want.
Ma'am, I'm
It's not
sorry.
like a private conversation.
Yeah, but and you don't have like a backstage pass or anything, so like
Well,
I
who do
said,
I talk to about getting one?
if you don't have one already, I don't think you're gonna get one now. Like I said, I can
Now,
go talk to
that's a
him.
Debbie Downer sort of way to look at that.
Okay, if we want to go that way. Is this going to be a problem, ma'am? Like I said, I'm happy to go talk to the guy and let him know you're here. But I'm not letting you back in the area just right now.
All right.
Cool. Wait here. Is there something you want me to tell him?
I would like a moment of its time.
Okay, I'll let him know. And he kind of looks over and like he looks over at your like dress and you're
And she literally just turns her back. It's Valentine.
Okay, Miss Valentine, absolutely. I'll go let him know that. Just stay right here. And like he moves away and like another security dude just slides in to replace him.
She just laughs. She legitimately laughs at them. She goes, "Oh yes, I'm so fierce and dangerous." And she just kind of like puts her hand on her hip.
Stonewall. Yeah, he goes over to talk to him. And you get a message. You basically get a call on your mini comp from him like, hey Valentine, cool, you made it, fantastic. Like, yeah, I'm working right now, but I'm glad you're here. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I was hoping to be hoping you could help me get like some backstage passes so I could meet the band, and was hoping to hang out with you during the concert, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm working, and I don't know, man. Like getting you backstage before the show. Like I said, they're clamping down real hard on this.
no, it
Like,
could be after the show.
oh yeah, after
I
the
just
show,
want to get some
sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just want to get some backstage passes to meet them.
cool. Yeah, as long as it's after the show, that's cool. Yeah, I can hook that up.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I really just want to meet them.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. We can make that happen. Yeah, cool.
Yes,
Cool. Yeah,
perfect.
just wait until the show's over
Mhm.
and then yeah, I can make that happen for you.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. Aren't you excited?
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be cool. Yeah.
It should be interesting. It looks cute so far.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing. We're not really used to this style of stuff going on. Yeah, I gotta go work on the sound
Right, right, right.
check.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Hook me up. I'll come out and get you.
Yes.
And we can get you. Is it you? Do you have like how many people are we talking about?
I got two other people with me. They're my bandmates. I
Cool, two other
figure
people. That's cool. I can make that happen. Just we're not letting like a whole crowd in.
Oh, yeah, no. It's just me and my band. We just want to meet the other band, talk band shit, right?
Cool. Yeah. All right. I gotta do the thing. Enjoy the
Right.
show.
Rock it out. She
Uh,
like gives them like a little pep,
mhm.
like a cheer thing.
Yeah. He waves from over the from the booth area.
And she just kind of like smiles at the guard that told her she wasn't going to get a backstage pass and just kind of like flicks her hair and just smiles and keeps walking off.
Not a care in the world. No thoughts.
That's fine.
No thoughts. Only Lunk.
Frankie has to have that though. It's her thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys head back together. The lights start to dim. Like that level of smoke starts to like there's like silent fans that start to blow, kind of like shaping the areas of the smoke and the mist into like specific areas of like columns and like there's like a flowing. They've actually got a pretty impressive like tech setup where they've got these two wall areas where smoke is just kind of like flowing upwards up against the wall. And there starts to be the sounds of a heavy bass line starts to play, and followed by like some like drum kicks, like very much sort of a vamping, ramping up kind of sound that just starts to come from everywhere, no specific place. Um, and then like the lasers start to come on, cutting through the smoke, shining up against these wall of things. There's a big like flock of eagles that flies by. There's a red, white, and blue. There's a motorcycle. Like there's like laser show kind of vibes going up as this like low key rock music starts to like vamp up and up and up, and like the crowd starts to kind of get into it. Like the whole audio visual like multimedia thing is obviously kind of new to this crowd, but people are starting to get into it. Um, and like then like the bass really starts to like slam this heavy like faster and faster bass line, as like the lasers and the lights start to like flash red, white, blue, red, white, blue, and then everything kind of like builds up to kind of this instrumental crescendo, and then everything kind of calms down for a bit, and then you guys start to hear this deep voice start to come over uh, the sound system. It says, "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you are hearing something brand new, a style of bang that is not for headness or losers or lower class, but for real." Patriotic FSA people who know what real music is all about. I want to tell you, everyone, man and woman out there, we are inspired by a great hero, a hero from long ago. We style ourselves after this great man. He lived and died for America. He wasn't a fucking aberrant like some of the people that were around in his days. No, this man lived and died as a Nova. His love of America kept him pure. So we styled ourselves after him. He's our inspiration, our hero, and we're here to bring his American spirit into this degenerate age of freaks and psychs. And we're here to bring a style of bang that none of you have ever heard before. We are the Liberty Lads! And music and light comes out, and this trio of red, white, and blue jean wearing two men and a woman start coming out, rocking out on the things. Lasers start coming out everywhere. You see the now fairly popular image of Liberty Lad, the Nova age teen hero.
God.
Like dozens of Liberty Lads in laser show, like what's the thing? He starts
He
like
was
flexing
a dick,
and
though. Oh, sorry.
flexing and posing and like beating up aberrants. And then they just start to go into like this really wild rock sound that just matches up with all these weird, crazy laser light shows of like Liberty Lad fighting dudes. And the crowd,
Mice yawns.
the crowd is kind of eating it up.
That's fine. They can eat it up. Everyone's got their own taste in music. I'm not here to judge them. I'm here to judge the music. There's a difference. So Valentine is a lover of kind of all things creative. Even this, which is its own thing. It is granted new. I will respect that. she doesn't quite get the same appeal that everyone else gets, mostly because it's targeted towards a specific group of people instead of just enjoying the art in general. But she's not going to judge it too harshly yet. But what she does want to do during the point of this concert is she wants to make sure that the lead singer, or clearly the person heading up the band, if that's the drummer or the guitarist or whoever, like she's front person knows front person,
Okay, so you're
and
you're
she
trying to.
wants to be noticed.
Okay, that is definitely going. Let's say it's definitely going to be a presence roll. Um, I'll say yeah, we can make that a command roll, a presence command roll.
Excellent. Yeah, yeah, you know how they're like, notice me. She's like, notice me.
What about the
uh,
the other two? How are you guys reacting to this display of red-blooded American patriotism?
Suppressing the urge to vomit, but also I would like to try, just maybe on the sly if necessary, just to kind of record a few sound samples if I can, because I'm forming a plan about like, what if we showed these people a better way to do bang by remixing this crap music and feeding it back to them, but
Okay, yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
So I'm just going to be making sound samples.
You can absolutely grab some sound samples. What about Narwhal? What are you up to on this?
Uh, I'm trying not to laugh, but at the same time having a good time with everybody there and the build crew. Maybe see if they can kind of make a little circle and have us like perform the way that we perform. A little dialed down, not quite as big as we usually go at a regular bank show, but still,
So you're like
you know,
trying
I
to
drag
you're
I
trying to
drag them all over here. I want them to have fun.
cool. So you're like trying to form like a little like indie rock pit in the middle of this like rock show.
Totally. Maybe if we
Cool.
get enough room to breathe fire here or there, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll loop back to that. So how many successes did you get, Frankie?
5 with 4 enhancement.
Cool. How do you do this?
Uh, so is there like a spot in the crowd that's a little raised above everything else?
Yeah. There's
It's
like
okay if there's not. I'm just
no,
curious.
absolutely there is. Especially if you, yeah. I mean, if you spend an inspiration, there absolutely is the perfect spot.
No, I am not actually, you know what? Even better. Has everyone seen that Marilyn Manson video where the heart-shaped glasses, where the girl walks up to the front of the stage and stares them down?
Okay.
That is what she's literally going to walk to the stage dramatically like she does, and she's literally going to look up and basically lock eyes with the "You are going to notice me."
Okay, yeah, you absolutely totally do that. And like this lead singer who's got like he's rocking the bass guitar, and like the other two like kind of have their own style. This guy looks like Liberty Lad. Like he's got the hair, he's got the boots, he's got the jeans. He doesn't have the Utopia, the Team Tomorrow insignia on him, but everything else, like he has like everything is pure Liberty Lad with this guy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, he like you step up like just to the edge of like where security might like get to you, and he comes right out onto that gangplank, right up to you, like a guitar, like he just kind of like kneels down with his bass guitar, and just starts like goes into a chorus, locking eyes with you, and just like starts like this chorus line about how degenerates are gonna bring us down, degenerates are gonna bring us down. Like he just
She just she thinks it's hilarious, by the way. She is grinning. And she is so people like to say they're flirting with their eyes. Oh, she is totally hitting on him while he's singing about how awful she.
yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
he's definitely like meeting your intensity.
Yeah.
But like
That's
yeah,
great.
so like
Oh, they're having a moment.
they are absolutely having a moment. Um,
Also, I want you to understand, Scott, how I'm like, "Ugh, Liberty Lad.
I know.
I was the other side. I was Terrigen. Why
Oh
the
yeah, no.
fuck?
You see, like, there's like a laser show of like of Liberty Lad punching like this deformed deer girl
Oh my
monster.
god, she's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I get to tell Liberty Lad that I'm now hitting on his character or his not character, his fanboy.
Yeah. Yeah, so you like definitely have a moment. Mycelian, you're grabbing all the sound samples you want. Narwhal, yeah, you get your crew together. Give me a command roll to kind of like organize them into doing what you want.
Do a manipulation
Sure,
or
yeah, that sounds right. Remember, you guys have your facets. You guys got dramatic editing. You got your gifts.
okay, so with that, I would like to use dramatic editing and say the groups around us have kind of like condensed into some pits, and since there's pits opening around us, a little bit of space is like opened up, like people are going this way and that way.
Sure,
And
yeah,
while all these
absolutely.
FSA people are like doing these angry mosh pits, we're kind of have a circle and we're holding hands. We're just kind of skipping around and just having just like a jolly time, just super carefree and just
All
happy
right,
energy while these
cool.
people are being
Yeah,
all aggro.
is everyone? Are you having everyone like flash the colors, or are you guys going full out on this?
Not yet, not
Not
yet,
yet. Okay, so you guys are
not yet. No,
still pseudo incognito.
exactly. And ooh, 2 10s and an 8,
Right, so yeah,
another 10, and a 1.
okay.
So 4 successes total. Plus, I don't think I have any.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's cool. So
yeah.
you guys get into space. Space opens up. You guys kick ass. You're rocking out. Do you like pull out any of your fire gear or do any of that?
No, absolutely.
Absolutely, you do. Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys like your people are on point. You guys are doing that. You know, like the second a ball like a shoot of fire comes out, it's like security dudes manifest around you, and you have got like two dudes like making grabs for you.
Ooh.
I do not. I do what I can to let them not grab me. I'm like,
Okay,
whoa, man!
then we're gonna roll
It's a,
We're gonna
it's a.
roll initiative.
All right. So what's the lower of my two?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
it is
Dex, empathy, or cunning athletics?
yep.
And they're both 3. So okay.
All right. So if you guys want to get in on this, you would have to roll initiative 2, or you guys are just letting this happen.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted.
Yeah, yeah, you're in your moment.
Frankie's having like a, you know, totally making out with their eyes and singing voices currently. So don't mind Frankie. She's having her she's distracted.
What about Mycelian?
Oh god. Mycelian absolutely does not want to get punched in the face by a security guard, but
Okay.
also doesn't want, Narwhal to get punched in the face.
You've seen me get punched in the face before. It's not too bad.
Yeah, but then if you get thrown out, and then we get thrown out, and then it's a whole thing, that's going to be.
No. He's gonna get thrown out. Then he'll sneak back in. It's fine. We're not gonna get thrown out. I ain't causing problems. Plus, the band likes me.
That's
you.
true. All right, I'll
Okay.
hang back for now.
Likes.
They certainly noticed you
Okay.
at least. That's something.
All right. So what did you get for your initiative?
I got a big whopping 0.
Big whopping 0. All righty. So, yeah, these two security dudes. One of them comes in on you, and the other guy's sort of like backing up, back. Like one guy's coming towards your front, another guy's coming towards your back, and they are going to make a grapple attempt on you. So please roll your defense, which is any one of your resilience attributes.
And 2. So
2 successes. Okay. Um, you are able to, yeah. So you are just barely able to get out of their grasp. Like the and but hold on, let me roll another thing real quick.
I mean, if this works out, this is a great way to grab the crowd's attention so that we can hijack the show. But
That's true.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah, the first guy comes in, tries to grab you. It looks like the other guy is getting a little slow on the uptake. So you have a go.
So I have a go. Um, I'm trying to get lost in the crowd at this point.
Okay. So
And
you're trying to slink into the cloud. Uh, Give me that is going to be. Let's say that's going to be an athletics roll.
and this is kind of where my character shines because he's got free running 3 and swift on top of all his dice.
All right. Cool. Make it happen.
Catch me if you can. 2 successes.
2 successes. Any enhancement on that to
Let me see.
from your?
I got misdirection under larceny, but I don't know if that would apply in this.
I'll let that apply. So that'll be 1 enhancement.
So that'll be 3 total.
3 total. Let me do a roll real quick on the guy who is yet to go. Yeah, you slip him. Like he tries to make a grab on you, but you like flip, roll, move out into the crowd, and you are able to like integrate yourself into one of the other mosh pits real quick, and you seem to lose them. Um, so you're a little distracted at the moment, Frankie. You are locked in engage, but Mycelian, you see that the 2 security guys go for your buddy. He slips them. They immediately turn to your build crew and like start like they instantly grab two of your build crew and start like frog marching them out.
no. Um,
So you notice
I'm
that
not a
before.
director in this. All right, I'm gonna. Can I send like a mass text to everybody, like scatter or something? Just
Yeah, you can send that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
just
like,
I mean,
they're doing it all. Like the ones that haven't been grabbed are absolutely scattering already. But yeah, you can absolutely like put some oomph behind that and make that happen. So yeah, your little circle gets broken up pretty quick. And like yeah, so Narwhal, you end up on the other side of that mosh pit, and like do a quick bit of reconnaissance, and you see like 2 of your dudes getting marched out of the venue.
I bought their tickets. They can't be too upset about it. It wasn't that good of a show, anyways.
All right,
Uh,
so back on the stage, the lead singer kind of stands back up, like twirls around, goes back to his band, like very consciously, like has eye contact with you until the very like moment that he twists and like shows you his ass, and then like marches back up to his band and keeps going on. So the moment there is broken, and like then you notice like the disruption that has just occurred.
Frankie just kind of like looks behind her, like what? And she's like, looks at Mike. She's like, what happened?
there we got carried away. Well, someone got carried away and tried to start a little too early.
She's kind of nods, and she's just like, she has that look of she has just found her new obsession. You know this look. Frankie gets this look when she like changes, like when Frankie finds someone to obsess over, this is the look she gets in her face where she's like, "Oh, this is so bad for me. I'm going to have so much fun."
But
that is
obsessed.
currently
Yeah.
her look as she's watching the lead singer, and she's like literally twirling her hair around a finger just watching.
If we're gonna make a move, we should probably make it soon. So if you've
Make a move
got a
about what?
fixation at doing whatever we're gonna do here, because I think security is gonna start looking for us.
Why?
Well, they just marched 2 of our people out, so
Are we doing something? I'm sorry. I came to enjoy whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, Narwhal, you're able to like swirl around and like get back to your people right about now.
Yeah, I go back and I kind of put the hoodie up and throw on the colors so I don't look like the same person.
All right.
what happened over there? What was all that about?
I was trying to enjoy it. It was a bank show. I'm out here, doing a little performing. The crowd's supposed to be involved, and then they freaked out. I don't
Did you
know.
make a fireball? Did you do a
Yeah,
fireball thing?
it's 30-foot ceilings. Like what's the big problem?
He has a really great ass. Do you think he's had work done?
Kind of look over. It's pads. He's got pads in there.
Pads,
Ah,
definitely pads. Yeah,
damn it. That's okay.
either
She's
that or too many milkshakes.
clearly distracted. Are we doing something?
Ass is like a pillowcase full of doorknobs.
I mean, it would probably make a great pop. Never mind. Anyway, so what are we doing? We're here for something, right?
We can
Right. I
either.
got us backstage passes after the show.
Okay. So what are we doing with those?
With what?
With backstage passes, are we just meeting them after, or are we?
Yeah, I was gonna meet. What part of I want to use this as publicity did we miss? I'm not here to show them up. I'm here to start a rivalry.
Okay. Well, that's what I mean. Do you want the rivalry to be public in front of all these people? Show them Bang as it's meant to be. Bang that's about the art and not this political bullshit that they're spewing. Or do you just want to go challenge them in private? I'm cool either way.
Yeah, there's a laser light show of Liberty Lad like literally like dueling like the manifestations of China and Africa at the same time with his fists.
I can't look at that. I can't look at that.
Like
My eyes
like
physically
the literal
can't turn
countries.
towards that.
That's disgusting.
And with that,
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to use dramatic editing again.
Okay.
And all these repressed, angry people going in mosh pits are now stopping. They're not moshing anymore. People are actually getting into fights in multiple areas because this crowd just sees that energy and they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight everybody around me."
Yeah, a couple
So
of fights.
I want security to be a little bit busy, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. That'll be 2 points of inspiration to make that happen.
Okay, I'm
Worth
out
it.
of inspiration at this point, but let's make him busy.
Yeah, so
You
yeah,
guys-
things like the mood shifts dramatically. As a couple people start getting in fights.
Maybe we can save this show from becoming a riot. That would be a way to get publicity.
All right.
Wonder
She's
Root to the
kinda-
rescue.
She kind of laughs and she goes, "You got a mic set up?"
I got my bag of tricks.
She just kind of like takes the mic and puts it in her, like the little headset, and puts it on her ear. And she like, basically she goes, "Follow my lead." And what she is going to do is she's gonna walk back up towards stage. But she's gonna basically what she's gonna do is she's gonna basically use the song that he sang at her. She's gonna sing it back to him. Basically, she wants to use their own music against them. Like, as
Okay.
in, yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna sing your own song back at you, but I'm gonna sing it better than you. And she wants to basically, she's locking eyes with the lead singer with that. Oh, we're gonna make a scene, and you're gonna love every minute of it. Basically, she's going to represent their band, but also give them the opportunity to represent their band in this kind of like stage give and take. If that makes sense.
No, I get you. I get you. Okay. Are the 2 of you going to be supporting her in this? How are you guys
Oh
gonna
yes.
contribute?
Oh,
to that?
absolutely. So I want to
I
wait
could be
until
in there.
there's a moment where maybe when the music gets a little bit quieter or something, and just start, particularly if I can find a way to feed into the sound system, take those sound samples that I use and just start remixing them and start mixing in just vastly better music, like creating harmonies and different sort of soundscapes that are less aggressive, and just kind of not quite take over their music, but whenever Valentine is singing, like back her up with much better energy.
Okay.
I mean,
And sorry, go ahead.
well, I was going to say, in tandem with that, I want to use the holotech to create eagles again, but then have them burst into flame like phoenixes and become like more colorful, interesting birds instead of eagles.
Okay.
So that there's like this whole,
Got it. Okay. And what about Narwhal? What's Narwhal doing for this?
Going up there, doing some dancing, and trying to drag some of the build crew up there, who they got powerful for their not powerful. They got physical for their
Okay.
arena, but they have smooth for their other thing, for their one thing. So
Sure. Gotcha. Cool. All right. Yeah. So what I want, what I'm gonna want from Massilian, humanities roll, to do the night light and the sound.
I get a performance roll.
Yeah, Frankie, that's gonna be a command roll, and I'll say an athletics roll from Narwhal with your followers as enhancement.
will
Nice.
many frequencies and or killer show kick in here?
Yes, killer show and what aspect of many frequencies are you gonna use?
I think I want to impose a social field condition
Okay.
of a rating of 3,
Okay.
just to make everybody less angry and at each other's throats and more,
Mhm.
Okay,
ecstatic.
so you are putting the
We want to calm. We've riled that they've been riled up. We want to pull it back so people aren't actually
Yeah.
getting hurt.
okay. So you're putting out a more like chill, calming vibe. Gotcha. Okay, noted.
Yeah.
What is performer again? Like artist?
you get an enhancement.
You get an enhancement equal to your
Okay.
rating.
Cool. Awesome. This is going to be a fabulous roll, I hope.
All
Does
right.
artistic talent also apply?
Yes, it will apply.
Awesome.
Does lackeys apply?
You currently don't. Narwhal is currently messing with your build crew. So you didn't bring any additional people here.
No, I was talking about the lackeys in the crowd, like the.
No.
It's cool.
Not for lackeys. You're dealing with like the crowd and the band. You're not really dealing with like the
gotcha.
security people or anything like that.
Ooh.
I say since you're the front person though, go ahead and burn some momentum, because we have it anyways. You might as well just blow them out of the water right here.
How much momentum we have?
I think we're up to 5.
Okay.
Because you had
Yeah,
3 and then
cool
your
with me?
botch.
You cool with me using 2?
Use 3.
Use 3? 3
Use
it
3.
is.
Go big or go home.
And that's 1 more explodey die. Okay, so that's 7 base successes with 6 enhancements.
All right. Make a note of that, please. And what about Massilian? What did you get?
It's 3 successes plus 3 enhancements plus anything artistic talent does. I have to look that up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Make a note of your total successes. And Narwhal, what did you get?
I had 4, 5, 6.
6 successes. Okay. Please make a note of that, because we're going to find out the result of this teamwork roll on the next episode of Aeon Luna Rocks.
Yay!
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 All righty. So, real quick, let's talk about the XPs. Go to that. Hold on. Find that bit of the character sheet. Did everyone have fun tonight?
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Much.
Okay, all right. So, did any of you achieve a short-term aspiration?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
I learned things about the nugget. I think that's it.
Okay.
That was achieved.
Okay.
I have 2 of them.
Okay. What did you achieve?
put on a band concert
All right.
because we've hijacked one, and find Mr. Wrong.
Okay, absolutely. And what about Michelin?
So I have an experience that boosts street cred, which I think descending into an infrastructural abandoned place would kind of
I
maybe.
wouldn't say that would increase your street cred because not a lot of people
Okay.
know about it.
That's fair.
Any
The
other?
other
mean-
is Dazzle. Oh,
We are crashing someone else's concert. That might increase your street cred.
that's true too. The other is dazzle a crowd with some new piece of artistry.
I'll allow it. So
All
what that means is that all of you get one for each aspiration that you achieved. And then since all players achieved one short-term aspiration in the same session, you get an additional one.
Woohoo!
Then did anyone achieve a long-term aspiration?
No.
Okay.
Don't believe so yet.
All right.
I have not
and-
put on my own Muzzy and Bang concert.
Not quite. And then players spend half the available momentum in a single scene. I believe you absolutely did that. So that is another one for the group. You guys haven't completed a story milestone or a group story, so that's not going to be any additional. So that should be all of your XPs. Did anyone have anything they wanted to plug or promote before we head out for the evening?
Sure, yeah. If you are in the southeast, near the North Florida sort of panhandle area, there is a game coming up. It is the season finale of Rise of the Founders. That's over, I believe, Memorial Day weekend. It is a 4-day event. It is, I believe it is either free or a very severely discounted for the first event. So if you're interested in LARPing and boffer LARPing, you should come out and join us.
Awesome.
Again,
And
that's Rise of the Founders.
do you have a URL for that?
riseofthefounders.com. You can also look at us up on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Either of you two?
I do. So recently, myself and Josh Hellerup have started Changeling the podcast. If you like the game Changeling the Dreaming, please come give us a listen. We're at changelingthepodcast.com or on Twitter at changelingcast. And we have a
Awesome.
Discord as well. So
Fantastic. What about you, Mario?
No.
Nothing? Great.
No.
All right. Well, I have made progress in working towards getting the Storypath Nexus book that a lot of this game is based off of. It's called Beyond Electric Dreams. We've got the cover taken care of. It's in layout right now. So that's going to be up on the Storypath Nexus soon. So if there's some terms that you didn't quite recognize that didn't come from the Aeon Core book, make sure to check that out when that comes soon. If you would like to support the show or the channel, you can go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios. You can also follow us on Twitter at Simulacra RPGs. And that's going to be it for us this week. We'll see everyone again. Hopefully we'll have the whole crew together next time here on Simulacra TV. See you next time, guys.
Bye.